So, schönen guten Abend. Jetzt läuft hoffentlich auch alles hier. Freunde der gepflegten Abendunterhaltung, herzlich willkommen bei unserem neuen Spiel hier am Adventure-Sonntag. Ich muss mir mal einen guten Namen ausdenken, der das hier alles vernünftig einfängt. Egal, wir spielen auf jeden Fall jetzt Norco. Letzte Woche haben wir ja die Welt dadurch gerettet, dass wir sie gelöscht haben. Tut mir leid für alle, die es noch nicht gesehen haben. Also wir löschen die Welt und dadurch retten wir sie. Und jetzt geht es weg in einen anderen Teil der USA. Ich habe ja die These, dass Thimbleweed Park an der kanadischen Grenze spielt, so wie das große Vorbild Twin Peaks. Jetzt geht es auf jeden Fall in die Südstaaten, in die Vororte von New Orleans in Louisiana. Und es geht, das seht ihr schon an dieser schönen Pixelgrafik hier im Hintergrund, auf jeden Fall um Öl. Ähnlich wie in Thimbleweed Park wahrscheinlich auch um Deindustrialisierung. Also die Tatsache, dass quasi viele Jobs in den alten Industriestädten weggefallen sind. Ja, und es wird um Familien gehen. Mir wurde viel versprochen. Southern Gothic wurde gesagt, das Stichwort viel. Ich habe Faulkner schon mal gelesen. Hoffe, dass ich dann was beitragen kann. Und es gibt einen guten Soundtrack von einer Band namens Thou. Ich hoffe, so spricht man sie aus. Die Doom- und Drone Metal ExpertInnen hier mögen mich da korrigieren. Achso, ansonsten, ihr könnt mich natürlich auch alle möglichen Dinge zu Berlin-Wahl und zum Manifest von Alice Schwarzer und Sarah Wagenknecht fragen. Ich habe zu beiden überhaupt keine Ahnung und werde dementsprechend mich nicht davon abhalten lassen, da inkompetent zu antworten. So, jetzt, bevor wir loslegen, kurze technische Frage. Wie ist das so vom Sound her? Singt das Mikro? Hört man mich? So von den Pegeln hier sieht das ganz okay aus. Könnt ihr ja mal kurz was zu sagen. Und da warte ich jetzt noch das Feedback ab, wie man so sagt. Und dann geht's weiter. Achso, ich habe mir einen Tee gemacht. Ich hoffe, das stört niemanden. Ich glaube nämlich, man muss relativ viel lesen bei diesem Spiel. Und habe gedacht, da muss ich mir was Gutes für meine... Sag mal, Thimbleweed Park ist noch als Spieletitel angesagt. Ja, ach so, das habe ich vergessen auf Twitch zu ändern. Danke, Boris, das ändere ich jetzt aber nicht, sondern später. Dann, bevor ich das Video online stelle. Stimmt. Das schaffe ich jetzt nicht. Jetzt wird erstmal gespielt. Hallo Jörg. Schön, dass du da bist. Du kommst genau pünktlich. Nämlich jetzt kommt der große Moment, wo wir auf den berühmten Button New Game klicken. Norco, Louisiana. Shield hid the stars behind halogen and flame projected onto the sky every night. There was no such thing as silence. The noise never went away. The refinery exhaled an endless sigh. Oh, jetzt muss ich mich schon entscheiden. Entweder konnte ich nie schlafen, weil es so laut war, oder ich habe mich in diesen Sound verliebt. So wie diese Menschen, die irgendwie nostalgisch nach dem Ruhrgebiet sind. Ich habe aber keine Nostalgie nach der fossilen Produktion. Deswegen mache ich das erste. You often dreamed that the towers were cathedrals, that the swamp listened when you spoke, that the birds became radiant spheres while circling Norco's sky. You spent your adolescence sleepwalking between little devastating rituals. Though Blake pleaded, you decided to leave. Ich bin also abgehauen. Und das ist vermutlich dann das Gesicht von Blake. Ach, guck mal, wie toll hier da die Ölfackeltürme sich in den Augen spiegeln. Bin ich denn hier mit dem Güterzug abgehauen? Das wäre ja voll hobomäßig. I knew we would get over it. Oder I didn't care. Ich glaube, ich war ein Arsch. I didn't care. But for a while you did. Ach, war ich doch nicht so schlimm. Das ist ja beruhigend. You caught on a grainer to Chicago and onwards to the West Coast, thinking you'd never return. Ja, das ist ganz interessant, denn wenn man sich mal das Zugnetz der USA anguckt, dann stellt man fest, es gibt, glaube ich, nur eine Linie die so quer durch die USA geht. Das ist so, die führt so südlich, also führt auch durch Chicago, führt aber so südlich an Chicago vorbei dann. Total spannend. Okay. You wandered through the overlit suburbs of the vast American limbo. Damit Kalifornien gemeint? Thumping down 99, you saw an old man crouched in a roadside ditch. He was mouthing your name. He had a familiar gaze. He was gone when you wiped the sleep from your eyes. Okay. Interessant. Das ist wahrscheinlich Interstate 99, ne? Weiß ich aber nicht, wo die herfährt. You spoke to Blake, learning of your mother's declining health, her insomnia, her erratic behavior. War wahrscheinlich dement. You ignored the urgency in your brother's voice. Oh je, oh je. You headed east. You threw your phone into the Rio Grande and joined the armies of the Mesa. Mesa? For months, you were in the company of fugitives sleeping in nuclear tunnels, repairing engines and weaponry. Okay. Wann ist denn das gesettet, dieses Spiel? ABQ, Albuquerque, New Mexico. Albuquerque. Ist doch in der Nähe von Thimbleweed Park. The war. Okay. The war was a meme that set Albuquerque on fire. You escaped while the foot soldiers of a puppet junta bloodied the parched land. Okay, hat es einen Kampf um Mexiko oder mit Mexiko gegeben? While hiding in a freightliner. Habe ich gebetet? Nee. Schlafen? Verdrängt, ne? You called home from a landline in a motel somewhere beyond Texas. You knew from Blake's hello that your mother was already dead. You hung up, shouldered your bag, returned to the highway. 5 years had passed. You made your way back home. Wieder ein toller Prolog. Act 1. Lowland Ghosts. You awake from a delirious dream to find yourself in your childhood bedroom. Krass, hier ist die Pinnwand abgehängt. Alte Poster, ein Stofftier, Computer, Bücher. Monkey watches you from the corner. Ja, hier sieht auch so fies so ein bisschen. Der ihm direkt in die Augen. Uiuiui. Ich höre gerade, okay, Soundtrack ist von Thou und von Hugh Gawley, beide aus Louisiana. Interessant. Okay, das ist also mein Zimmer. Ist ganz hübsch eigentlich. Lanze, Wasser, Licht. Hier sind Bücher, alte Kisten, Computer, Monkey. Da piept was. Outside. Okay. Okay, gucken wir uns erstmal die Pflanze an. You assume Million has been keeping the plants alive. Okay, wer immer Million auch ist. Books. Among the books on the shelf is a slim volume called Crisis LARPing. LARPing is Live-Action Roleplaying, ne? Okay. Gibt's so Prepper-Roleplays? Okay, schauen wir mal rein. The proto-disaster tourism began almost as soon as the floodwaters left. Ach, natürlich. Klar, die Überflutung von New Orleans. Punks from across the country ventured into the Ninth Ward, Gentilly, San Bernard, and finally the East. They curated a theatrical self-portrait of their lives in the ruins. Okay. The aesthetics of disaster were central to that emerging milieu. It began to percolate into popular culture. Collapse became the zeitgeist. Da kann ich mich nicht dran erinnern. Ich meine, kann mich natürlich noch an Kanye West erinnern und seinen Spruch mit but George Bush doesn't care about black people. Und da kann ich mich dran erinnern, ich habe natürlich auch Trammy geguckt und der Charakter von John Goodman, der da diesen Rant macht. Fuck those fucking fuckers. Eigentlich ein sehr sympathischer Charakter, muss man auch sagen. Ein Literaturprofessor, der seine Heimatstadt liebt und durch die Überflutung eigentlich so von ihr entfremdet wird auch. Also Heimatstadt ist in dem Fall New Orleans. Ja, hätte ich noch sagen sollen. Wise investors recuperated the experience of disaster. New Orleans became a plastic dystopia, a marketplace for crisis. Ja, das kommt bei Trammy auch sehr gut rüber. Die dann so die Investoren einfallen, um quasi da Geld zu verdienen. Auch mit Hilfe von FEMA, also der Notorganisation. Okay, dann gucken wir mal weiter. Hier, werfen wir mal einen Blick nach draußen. Cool January air spills through the open window. Commuter traffic glints along Apple Street as a pair of wrens weave out of the overgrown lot next door. Okay. Also erstmal Monkey. Monkey, your best friend, a childhood gift. Boah, ich weiß ja nicht, sieht irgendwie spooky aus, finde ich, hier mit den Augen. Aber you spoke with him often when things got difficult, but then you left. He sat here for 5 years collecting dust. Ja, es war nicht nett, ihn nicht mitzunehmen, aber natürlich auch ein treues Stofftier. Und niemand hat ihn weggeworfen. 5 years. His eyes fill with anger as he challenges you to return his gaze. Staring Contest Part 1. Lives. Okay. Was ist jetzt los? Man muss ohne zu lachen oder was? Lives will appear and flash a pattern. Match the pattern to meet monkey's gaze. Okay. Ready. Okay. Moment, was? Oh. Okay, offensichtlich habe ich es nicht geschafft. Jetzt verstehe ich. Ich muss also mir die Reihenfolge merken, in der die auftauchen. Overwhelmed by the intensity of the monkey's gaze, you turn away. Okay, try again. Okay, you successfully meet monkey's gaze with a cool assurance. However, his expression is unchanged. Naja, es ist ein Stofftier. You stare more intensely. Staring Contest Part 2. Rings. Circles will appear over monkey's eyes. An outer ring will shrink to the perimeter of the circle. Click the circle when the outer ring locks into place. Okay. Ich hasse das. Jetzt geht es um Reaktionen. Da bin ich ja noch schlechter drin, als ich Sachen auswendig merken. Oh, was? Okay. Your stare was no match for monkeys. Try again. Ah, geschafft. Anger melts away from monkey's face. Take monkey. Immer alles mitnehmen. Monkey joins the party. Sehr gut. You drape monkey over your shoulder. Das ist gut. Das habe ich schon mal 2 Mitglieder in meiner Crew. Weiß natürlich nicht, was Monkeys Special Skills sind. Aber können wir uns ja dann in Ruhe angucken. Gut gestared. Ja, vielen lieben Dank. Okay, dann gucken wir mal weiter. So, jetzt Computer. Das ist sicher das, was uns hier rausbringt. 2-köpfiger Affe. Ja, genau. So, your laptop, your parent gifted you idols on a shoddy particle board desk. Wake the laptop. As the screen illuminates, you notice that the signal in the house is dead. No internet. It looks like Blake was using the computer at some point. He left the browser tab open. You tap. Macht man ja eigentlich nicht. Ist das Mails? Okay, ein Chatbot. Ah ja, okay. Archived all YX2K post at SCP Anglers YX2K. Anybody still post here? Dann antwortet jemand, nope, place is a wasteland. Wanted to run something by you, Jens. Was knocking out Sac Alley in the spillway, saw a big round glowing thing in the sky. Call that the sun, original poster. Funny. Talk to somebody else, seen it too near the parish canal. Nothing like this, but birds in them swamps be acting weird. Okay. Musik ist ein Tick zu laut, sagt ihr? Ja, mach ich runter. Moment. Kann ich gleich, glaube ich, erst machen. Ich komme jetzt zumindest hier gerade nicht in das Menü. Oh, sorry. So, hier ist es wahrscheinlich, ne? Ah, was? Hä? So, ich muss mal gerade rausfinden, wo man hier die Mindmap, okay. Gut, okay, also hier. Das dürfte der Sound sein, ne? Musik ein Ticken leiser. So, ist, denke ich, besser. Okay, jetzt gehe ich nochmal ins Chatboard. Ja. Okay. Also, gucken wir nochmal rein. Besser? Okay, also, irgendwas verhält, dann sind die Vögel im Sumpf durchgedreht. Looked like it was made of glass, maybe. Would glow real bright, they're not at all moved fast. Best pick I could get. All kinds of shit been happening out that way. Okay, dann sagt jemand, ich soll schlafen gehen. Also, der Original Poster soll schlafen gehen. Okay, dann gibt es hier Spam. Quackjob. Quackjob, okay. Just like the name sounds, full of lunatics, app's a way of getting you to join a cult, worse than the people living in the mall in Canna. You can't trade that coin, they use it on hardly any exchanges because everyone knows it's a good Ponzi scheme. Das ist sowas wie Bitcoin. Seen this exact thing, original poster. Still here? Seen at the base of the upper section. Okay, ist interessant, jetzt müssen wir mal so ein bisschen hier gucken. Also das war im Mai. Und dann ist hier das letzte Posting vom 17.12. Okay, gut. Merken wir uns das mal. Okay, also ich versuche jetzt erstmal das Interface zu verstehen. Also hier kann ich mir quasi angucken, wer ich bin und was ich gemacht habe. You are home again. Because your brother needs you because your mom died. Okay. You were traveling down the Pacific coast. Yeah, you were in California when the summer arrived. You recall the familiar smile on the face of the old man in the Central Valley ditch. Okay, interessant. I have to continue my mouse. The smile burned its image into your mind. Okay, gut. Okay, ja. Ja, da kann ich mich also quasi erinnern. Interessant. Denn hier haben wir ja die Weltkarte, das hatten wir ja schon. Und hier kann ich mich vermutlich jetzt innerhalb des Hauses bewegen. A flyer from a show your friend put on a few weeks before you left town. A fight broke out while one of the opening bands played. Das war bestimmt eine Hardcore-Show. I got whipped in the face with a bike chain. You still have a scar above your left eye. Stimmt so, ich habe tatsächlich eine Narbe über meinem linken Auge. Kommt aber daher, weil ich als Kind mal mit dem Schlitten vor einen Zaunpfahl gefahren bin. Also ich muss zu meiner Entschuldigung sagen, es war schon fast dunkel. Und da kam so war so ein Hügel, ja, der mich vom Weg abgebracht hat. Schlimmer hat es eigentlich meine Schwester getroffen, die saß nämlich vorne und hat sich den Zahn ausgeschlagen. Also vorne auf dem Schlitten. Ja. After the show, you and Blake walked the river back to Norco. You watched the sun rise over the grain elevators. Okay, dann gehen wir mal ins Wohnzimmer. Fotos, Bücher. Okay, gucken wir erstmal das Foto an. Früher hatten wir ja noch Schnee, ja. 50 Kilometer barfuß zur Schule. A photo of your mom holding Blake as a baby on a beach in Pensacola, Florida. It's winter. You stand beside them bundled up and laughing as a gust of wind rakes the beach. The sky is bone white. You peruse the titles on the bookshelf. Critiques of deliberate externality. Fenceline diaspora. The western margin of the lake. Okay. Klingt erstmal alle interessant. Many tragedies have come to pass along the western margin of Lake Pontchartrain. Okay. The unnamed hurricane of YW9D left the settlement of Frenia and La Branche in a state of unrecognizable destruction. Those who survived did so by clinging for their lives to the limbs of cypress trees. Okay. The fables of secrets of those communes lie with the bones now scattered in the sediment of the lake. S.H.I.E.L.D. has acquired much of Norco's most flood-resistant land through a variety of mechanisms. Madère and Moore, YX1Y, argue that one such mechanism is a process of deliberate externality. Externalitäten ist quasi so Auslagern, nicht? Da meint man doch mit, dass quasi bestimmte Folgen des Produktionsprozesses ausgelagert werden, also Umweltschäden, die dann nicht auftauchen in der Bilanz. This theory posits that key corporate decision makers encouraged the company to emit effluent and noxious substances into the environment with the explicit intention of decreasing neighboring property values. Ach, das ist ja interessant. Okay. Also, die haben quasi das Land gekauft, was nicht so leicht überflutet werden kann. Und versuchen da jetzt absichtlich, also es wird ihnen jetzt unterstellt in diesem Buch, dass sie da absichtlich Emissionen quasi emittieren. Also, ja. Und zwar giftige Emissionen, um sozusagen die Leute da wegzutreiben und die Immobilienpreise nach unten zu treiben, damit sie das billig kaufen können. This compels residents to sell their properties below market value to relocate as quickly as possible. The criticism that this theory often receives is that it diminishes the importance of slavery in situating black residents along industrial fence lines, Jacobs YX2D, up and down the Mississippi River. Ah ja, interessant. In the words of Carter YX2B, slavery was the deliberate externality from which S.H.I.E.L.D. continues to profit. Pollution was never needed. Das klingt nach einer relativ aktuellen akademischen Debatte. Spannend. In the end, Fenceline diaspora. Guck mal, was das ist. We decided to leave Dimes. It wasn't the cat cracker or the smells or the fear for our children's health that drove us away, though they played a part. Truth be told, it was the media attention, the spokespeople and activists and academics and all this. I was done with it. I was done being a poster child, done being thought of as a victim. I wanted my experience to be my own, not something to gawk at or dissect in a laboratory. Okay. Naja. Gut, haben wir ein bisschen was gelernt. leave. Was gibt's bei der Laundry? Your mom's unfolded laundry. Oh. Schlimm. Was ist das? Ein Fotoalbum? Okay. A family photo album. Look. Yellowing pages of disposable photographs. Your grandfather. Peculiar look in his face, impossible to read. Your mom staring at Blake through the obscure lighting. He's dressed as a vampire, tugging at someone's waist. Pleated khaki shorts. A photo labeled Duck, scene of a barbecue on the lakefront. The man at the center points playfully at the camera. His face is obscured. Turn the page and there's Blue. Your father, though you've never thought of him that way. An easy smile on his face, a canister of dip shoved into his front pocket. Ah yeah, okay. You set the book aside. Post. A letter from Shield Oil sits atop a stack of mail. Dear neighbor, please be advised. That's eine Shield Oil community notice. There will be elevated flaring at the site of our number 5 stack near Good Hope on the evening of Thursday, March the 19th. This will pose no health risk to residents. If you have any questions or concerns, please contact the Shield Norco Office of Community Engagement. Ist ein bisschen wie bei Shell hier in Wesseling. Memories of sleepless nights, your mom's sitting here staring through the window. There was a tension in her demeanor, as if you were interrupting an urgent and obligatory task. You continue to the kitchen with no words exchanged. I thought she hated me. She was thinking about Blue. She barely knew you were there. Blue ist mein Vater, ne? Oder? Moment, ich guck mal gerade. Blake. Ah, da war doch gerade. Ah, nee. Ich guck nochmal gerade, genau. Your grandfather Blake, Blue. Your mom, your grandfather Blake, Blue. Okay. Okay, mach ich den erstmal an den Fernseher. You turn on the television. A chaotic distortion of your mother's memories flash before you. Oh. Tune in. Okay. Was ist das? Wow. Okay. Oh. Okay, ist irgendwie eine Straße. Alle fahren in eine Richtung. Okay. Ah, das dürfte die Raffinerie sein. Okay, das war von Anfang. Oh, je. An old defective flat screen that your mom never bothered to bring to the curb. Okay, gucken wir noch mal kurz, wer war. Catherine, Hitchman, Duck, Blake, Blue. Blue. It's a vague memory. You don't remember Blue, only the things he left behind. Photographs, cologne, tools, the name that your mother kept. Okay. Achso, dann ist das doch der Vater. The name that your mother kept. Ist ja wahrscheinlich der Nachname. Even the pictures that have survived are too faded to make out. Okay, das ist der Grandfather. Your grandfather, Peter Pops Pierre Mélenchon. He passed away when you were a teenager. He seemed to court controversy, though as a child you never understood why. Okay. Das ist mein Bruder. Your brother. Is a lot, yeah. Younger, reckless, gets in trouble, spends sleepless nights scrolling. Edgelord, sensitive, compassionate, foolish. Can't take criticism. Always needs money, tries to help those he loves, but often makes things worse. Ein widersprüchlicher Mensch, offensichtlich. Ein einfühlsamer Edgelord. What else? Insecure, dysmorphic, constantly checking his reflection, always seeking validation. Das klingt nach einem relativ typischen Teenager. Was terrified of you leaving and now he's terrified of you dying. Okay. When I think of him, I just feel good. Okay. No love or anything like it. Your brother is oblivious. Your grandma once said that she didn't expect much from Blake. She said he was short-tempered, oblivious, and couldn't focus. Blake was sitting in the chair across from her, staring down at the tablet. After she left the room, you asked him how he felt. I feel fine, he said. Why? Because of what Grant said, he responded. He looked confused. What'd she say? Your brother. An old friend of your mom's. Your memory of him is scattered and vague. Okay, das ist der Typ im Tisch. The smile of the man who crouched in the ditch of the highway revisits your mind. His head was smudged with Wednesday ashes and mascara ran from his eyes. Ja, war vielleicht beim Geisterzug. Okay, Bedroom, Living Room. Gehen wir doch mal ins Kitchen. Mikrowelle. You've discovered so many dead cockroaches in the microwave over the years that it's discouraged you from using it. Okay. For several months, a dead baby roach was stuck between the clock's display and the protective screen, blocking the hour. Ugh. Blake finally shook the microwave aggressively enough so that the roach fell into the guts of the machine. Ugh. Laundry room. You were always frightened by the laundry room. Okay. Wo geht's dahin? Backyard, Attic. Wahrscheinlich in die Attic, ne? Okay, was kann ich denn hier finden? Boxes. There used to be much more clutter up here. You imagine your mom gave it away as the end approached. Okay. Ist ja auch sinnvoll. Okay, mehr ist hier nicht. Gut. Gehen wir mal in den Backyard. Achso, kann ich am Fridge? Ne. Da ist auch nichts, am Tisch nicht. Oh, da sitzt jemand. Million. Motorcycle. Truck. This truck was your grandfather's. You remember riding in his lap while he let you steer. The dead wasps were collected behind the seat. The smell of grease, whiskey, and nicotine. Okay. You and Blake would drive the truck into New Orleans on the weekends. No air conditioning, windows down. The rattling chassis was deafening, going 75 on Interstate 10. Million has been slowly repairing the vehicle since your mom's death. An old disused motorcycle with extensive rust and wear. Okay, ein Prybar. Ich dachte mir, er sind Crowbars. Okay, ja gut, dann reden wir mal mit Million, ne? Million sits in her characteristic slouch, lost in thought. Her carapace has taken on the rusted and weather-worn quality of the rest of the machinery in the yard. You recall the night that your mom showed up with her. You and Blake stayed up past dawn, poring over pirated API docs. Was junge Menschen halt so machen. Twitter API war wahrscheinlich nicht dabei. Oder doch? Wer weiß. Okay, das ist also sozusagen eine Haushaltshilfe, ja? Her rectal mass was slumped on the floor as she wrote the routing procedure. Ah. Okay, offensichtlich bin ich als Spielfigur schlauer als reale. Weil ich was routen kann. You wonder if such memories hide behind her constellation of eyes. The robot regards you casually. Speak. Okay, you're awake. Best sleep in years. Catherine used to say the sound of the refinery gave you restless sleep. Your return home must have been quite exhausting. In any case, I'm certain I was no help. She gestures towards the motorcycle at the edge of the carport. I was turning over the engine on that bike to test the coils. It was quite noisy, but they're in good shape now. All I need is a fuse and we can use it to get around while I finish repairing the truck. Okay. Fuse ist eine Zündkerze, ne? I heard the phone ringing inside, but I had my hands full. Where can we get a fuse? The gas station just up the road has them, but you may have to persuade Troy to let you in. Warum? Was habe ich denn Troy getan? Were you expecting a call? Many people have been calling since Catherine died. Your brother is usually the one to answer the phone, but I don't know where he went off to. Ah ja. Na schauen. Also Prybar und Crowbar ist das gleiche, lerne ich im Chat. Und Fuse ist eine Sicherung. Genau, als Sicherung kannte ich es auch. Ich habe nur gedacht, im Kontext eines Motorrads würde es mehr Sinn machen, eine Zündkerze zu haben. Naja, gut. Dann holen wir halt eine Sicherung. Gucken wir gleich mal, woher wir die bekommen. Okay, also, mein Bruder ist offensichtlich nicht da. I wonder where he could be. At the bar or the bookstore, if I had to guess. Okay. Why would so many people be calling? Your mother left behind a lot of loose ends. From what little I know, I gather she was conducting research for a client in Fat City. Okay. I sense that many people would like to acquire that data. Okay, interessant. I'm unaware of where she has hidden it. Perhaps Blake knows his whereabouts? Okay, sehr faszinierend. Who exactly would want to see the data? Your mother spent her entire life researching this town. She knew histories that others have forgotten. History has a lot of value in this place. Who is this client? I haven't a clue. These aren't things she discussed with me. As the cancer spread, she became more guarded with her research. Kann ich nachvollziehen. Spannend. I took her knowledge for granted. Your mother had a lot to teach, but she wasn't always the easiest person to get along with. So, anyway. That's all. Ah ja, Knische. Okay, spannend. Okay, dann gehen wir mal in den Front Yard. Oh, was ist das hier? Your grandfather's statue of the Virgin Mary sits in the shadows along the crawl space of the house. Und eine Katze. Sehr gut, wir haben die erste Katze des Spiels. Your mom fed the neighborhood strays. They must be hungry since she passed. Oh. Send you inside front yard street. Dann gehen wir jetzt mal zur Straße. Was ist das? Oh, eine Schildkröte. Okay. Lass mal gucken, was das hier ist. Part you private investigators. We snoop for you. Das ist echt cool gezeichnet. Okay, gucken wir mal rein. The snowball stand is closed for the winter. Ein Snowball ist hier so eine Eis wahrscheinlich, ne? Dimes discount. Little sister. The turtle! He crawled out the trash can! Big sister. Don't touch him, see, he's dirty. No, he's not. Turtles are always clean. They live in water. Fresh water is not clean. Let's go. Just let me stare a little longer. He's pretty. Sehr süß, aber nicht anfassen. Okay, dann gucken wir mal. Vielleicht ist mein Bruder ja in der Kneipe. The Floodgate Tavern. Mit dem Angel. The Floodgate Tavern. Many shield workers gather here after their shifts. Okay, also ist auch gleichzeitig der größte Arbeitgeber, der Ölkonzern. It's closed. Should be open later in the evening. Gut, dann ist er da wohl nicht. Dann gehen wir zurück zur Apple Street. Und zum Dimes Discount. Das ist das Gewerbegebiet offenbar. Better. Apple Street. Gas Station. Film set. A film crew is set up along River Road. Several floodlights illuminate a gruesome murder scene. Two men stand pensively above a corpse. Is that CSI New Orleans? Approach the set. As you near the set, a small energetic man jumps from his chair. Attention, dumbass! Can't you see we're trying to shoot here? Sorry. What are you filming? It's a detective drama None of you got a business. Any other questions? Ooh, der ist aber zickig. Sounds cool. So is this like a murder scene? Keep it up and it's going to be. Uiuiui. Hey! You know what? Wait a second. You're from around here? Yeah. We could use some cultural expertise, you might say. Okay. We're filming a bayou cop drama and all these knuckleheads are from LA. An actor on set turns towards the director. I told you, Kevin, I'm from Texas. Oh, that's right, Noah. I forgot your Harvard-educated daddy bought a boutique ranch outside Austin. Well, that don't make you a cowboy, Hoss. Now hush up before you scare off the Yoko. Das ist ein ganz sympathischer. Du schaffst es gleich, alle Beteiligten an dieser Unterhaltung zu beleidigen. In 2 Sätzen. The director returns his attention to you with a mild look of disgust. Help us out, will you? The script needs some work. What do you say? Gibt sicher Geld. Fine. Great. Hey Noah, get over here so you can learn something from the stupid redneck. Dankeschön. The actor smolders. He whispers under his breath. I'm a redneck. Fine, you're a redneck, real soul of the earth kind of guy. But luck would have it, we came across an even dumpier hayseed than you. So just take a knee. Alright, anyway, we need some good slang. What do you call a villain? A bad apple, a lowlife. Okay. Crawfish devil? Crawfish Devil. Here not solemnly. Ich habe keine Ahnung von Südstaaten-Slang. Wow. Now that is some spicy Louisiana shit right there. Ich könnte ihn ja jetzt echt komplett verarschen. Wie lustig. Did you get that, Noah? Write that shit down. Crawfish Devil, damn, that's good. That's sultry. Who says that? No one says that. No one in Juliet says it, Noah, but we're down here in the muck. Been hearing all kinds of people say it down here, it just slipped my mind. Right, that's it. One more thing. What's a more regional way of saying to murder to kill? Slay. Send them home with the roosters. Slather them with the oyster-flavored peanut butter. Slay, really? That's it? Thanks a lot, William Faulkner. That's real creative. Now get out of here. You're holding up production. Fucking awesome. That's all. Can you give me a gas station? So many evenings spent, watch traffic pass by this gas station. Little has changed. The neighboring business still sits abandoned. The surrounding streets are quiet and empty. Ah, Troy. Well, well, well. Look who's back. So ein charmanter Typ. What happened? Carnival forgot you beside the road? And you even brought your little doll. Jetzt wäre ich auch noch für meinen Stofftier beleidigt von so einem Typen, der aussieht, als hätte er nicht genug Stofftiere gehabt in seiner Jugend. That's cute. Okay. Back because my mom died. You're not that stupid, are you? Catherine, she's too valuable. They never let her die. Was? If anything, she's probably vacationing on a hard drive somewhere. Hä? You're trolling me about my dead mom? Trolling? You're so damn sensitive. Can't say nothing around you. Okay, so einer also. Your mom was excavating all along the rim of the lake. Okay, interessant. She used to pay me to help from time to time, matter of fact. She needed somebody smart. Okay. Somebody vigilant. Verstehe. Somebody like me. Especially with shield snooping around. Okay. I've seen some wild shit out in them swamps with Catherine. What kind of shit? I won't bother telling you about it. It might hurt your brain. And anyhow, this ain't story time. Not letting you in this gas station. Got them company that romps this dump did me dirty. They swapped me with an ATM machine for speaking truth. Okay. So ist das. Kaum sagt man einmal die Wahrheit über den Deep State und Q, schon wird man durch einen Geldautomaten ersetzt. Ain't letting nobody through till I get an apology, very least. Okay, komm. That sucks. Don't patronize me with your weak pity. Okay. If you really want to get through, go get me some of them pills your brother was selling. That might persuade me. Okay. Fight. Joking, right? Trying to get wrecked? Alright then, let's go. Ah, ich klicke mal zu früh, das ist das Problem, ne? Okay, wow, gewonnen. Spiele sind fürchterlich. Kann ich jetzt da reingehen? Okay. Sehr gut. Ah, das ist also der ATM. Candy. Protein Bars, Bubblegum Breath Mints, Taffy. Ah, Taffy. Price Scanner. Fuses. Die habe ich doch gebraucht. Fuses hang on the shelf. Okay. You grab a fuse. I detect that you have merchandise in your possession. You must remove any unpurchased items from your backpack and scan them in order to exit the store. To use an item in your inventory, drag the item from the inventory menu to the intended target. Okay. You scan the fuse. Thank you for your purchase. Ah. Kann ich mit dem Ding hier reden? The disembodied, illuminated head of the kiosk levitates silently in the browser tab. Das ist auch so ein William Gibson-Satz eigentlich, ne? The disembodied, illuminated head of the kiosk levitates silently in the browser tab. Wahrscheinlich läuft er auch noch auf Windows XP, der Kiosk. Um jetzt mal so einen Standardwitz zu machen. Und Internet Explorer. Na, reden wir doch mal mit diesem schlauen Dings. Good evening. How may I help you? You know Troy, that guy outside? Thank you for your inquiry. I am forwarding it in Perilou & Sons LLC. Das ist wie mit ChatGPT hier. Perilou & Sons LLC has declined to respond to your inquiry. You own this place? I am Discountware, a distributed cloud-based operating system for American Discount Southeast Incorporated, semantic version number 16.3.3. The owner of this franchise is Perilou & Sons LLC. Discountware is licensed to Perilou & Sons LLC via the standard American Discount Southeast Incorporated licensing agreement. Okay. How do you like this job? I proudly perform the routine maintenance, operation and procedures of 227 American Discount Southeast Incorporated franchise locations across the Southeast region. American Discount Southeast Incorporated is a model company awarded for excellence in business and community service. Thank you for inquiring about American Discount Southeast Incorporated. Es ist wirklich schlimmer, als mit Pressestellen zu reden. So why did Troy get fired? American Discount Southeast Incorporated prides itself on its outstanding mentorships and jobs training program. American Discount Southeast Incorporated works to ensure that each franchise location provides opportunities for career growth. At American Discount Southeast Incorporated franchise locations, we leverage automation and machine learning technologies to enhance the lives of all employees. To apply for position on any American Discount Southeast Incorporated franchise location, please visit American Discount Southeast ADSE today. Oh, I'm good. Okay, ich glaube, ich habe jetzt genug mit ihr geredet. Will ich noch Zigaretten haben? Immaculately stocked cigarettes. Okay. Ah, das ist übrigens sehr schön hier, wie der Troy da liegt. Inside Batteur. Was ist das? Oh, ein Pferd. A lone horse drinks from the stagnant water pulled along the riverbank. Drifter. A man sits on a pile of flotsam, his head buried in his canvas jacket against the sharp air. Flotsam ist so angespültes Zeug, ne? Treibgut. Stupid horse. The man's gaze that fixed on the opposite bank of the river, never turning to you nor the horse. Yeah? He spits on the dirt at his feet. Okay. Drifter. You know what all they dump in that water? Hell of a cocktail. He spits again, wiping a string of mucus onto his sleeve. Drifter. What are you out here for anyhow? Ain't you heard they got a criminal on the loose? That's okay. Bringing the law around here, making things harder for the rest of us. Best be sharp, young one. Young one. Okay. Dann gehen wir mal zurück. Okay, inside. Ah, ist nur wieder da. Okay. Bamstead war ich. Dann gehen wir mal zurück zur Apple Street. Und nach Hause. Nein, ich will in den Backyard. Okay, dann gebe ich den mal zu Million. You got the fuse? Good. We'll be able to use the bike to get around town until I'm done with the truck. Concerns me that Blake still hasn't returned. Okay. He's been spending a lot of his time at Sarpi paperbacks lately. Perhaps we should look for him there. Schönen guten Abend, Johannes. Schön, dass du deinen Weg hierhin gefunden hast. Okay, let's go. Dann auf in den Buchladen. Rolling down the highway. Looking for adventure. And whatever comes our way. Okay. The sky bleeds a color you knew as a child. Airline highway passes beneath your feet. Sehr netter Alien. Ja, das ist ein Haushaltsroboter. Das ist quasi wie bei den Jetsons hier. Ist gar kein Alien. Million. Million has joined your party. Interact with party members by clicking the portraits in the party menu. If you're stuck, they might be able to help. Alles gut, dass es keine Hotline gibt, die ich anrufen muss. Erstmal agieren wir erstmal mit Monkey. Monkey stares at you, you stare at Monkey. Okay, Million, erzähl mal was. Million shouts over the wind. The bike runs much better now. You can use it to get around during your visits. Okay, das ist also quasi mein Epona. Where could Blake be? He spends much of his time at Sarpi paperbacks. Perhaps we should check there. How has he been? The year that you left, Blake became uncontrollable. His behavior troubled Catherine deeply. He was beginning to remind her of your grandfather. Okay. After he was expelled from Destrahan, he began running drugs into the parish. He made himself many enemies. Ist in eine Schule geflogen oder was? Was ist denn Destrahan? He put those things behind him after her illness, but now that she's gone, I'm uncertain what to expect. This place can ruin people. Million sagt dazu nichts. I'm sorry for leaving. Blake took it very personally, but your mother understood. She always wanted you to experience America while you could. Did you take it personally? No. How have you been? I am always the same, Kay. Always the same. Is that bad or good? Whichever you prefer. Ach, so schön mit KIs zu reden. Are you depressed? No. Love your Mills. Thank you. What's it been like around town? Shield has been expanding since you left. Catherine took your grandfather's boat into the lake to investigate reports of construction in the swamps along the shoreline. She assumed it to be unpermitted shield activity. Ach, das ist dann vielleicht auch dieses, was wir da im Browser gesehen haben. Hier ist helle Licht. She was unable to find any evidence of it. However, it was clear that she found something during that investigation. What was it? I don't know. Perhaps you do? Haven't spoken to her in years. Why would I know? Has Blakeman mentioned anything? No. In any event, something drew her to the lake in the months before her death. Where could Blank be? Okay, Sapi Paperbacks. Gut, dann fahren wir doch mal zu Sapi Paperbacks. Times Discount, Home, Lockgate Tavern, Shield Oil Refinery, Sapi Books. Ach, das ist der Ort. Ah, da hinten ist eine große Brücke. Hier ist der Fluss. Da ist die Raffinerie. Krass, wie groß die ist. Teens. Und ein Hund. Erstmal wird mit dem Hund geredet. A stocky pitbull with piercing green eyes watches the horizon with a neutral demeanor. Na, wenn das ein neutral demeanor ist, dann möchte ich ja nicht sein angry demeanor sehen. As she reached down to pet the dog, she shows her teeth and growls softly. Lieber Hund. Okay, Teenager. Rumhängende Teenager. Immer eine gute Quelle. Two teens nod and gesture excitedly while bouncing between topics. Where this dog came from, Bray? Dunno. She's been sitting here for a while. You seen her eyes? Them eyes are something, Bray. What's das? Driver. Started doing this rideshare thing a few weeks ago. Kinda hate it. Why? Tastes like shit. Spending hours a day making small talk is melting my brain. Nearly broke an axle driving over a pothole in Holly Grove. This is my grandpa's car. If I trash it, he'll kill me. Drove anyone interesting? There's all types around here. Some guy drove her to the middle of the swamp in the night. Also, nicht in the night. It was like 2 in the morning. Asked me to wait. Got out, took off his clothes, jumped in the bayou. Came back up a minute later with a bag. Toweled off, got back in. Okay. Found that to be pretty fucking weird. I don't know. Okay. And a while back I drove some lady out to the medical district. She was an odd one. Seemed kind of sick, asked me all kinds of questions. Do I ever pick up random sickness on the radio? Weird shit like that. There's just all types. Dann gehen wir doch mal in den Bookstore. Oh, noch eine Katze. You wonder how anyone can read in this dim and cluttered bookshop. Naja, es ist ja auch keine Bücherei, sondern man soll die Bücher ja kaufen. As your eyes adjust, you see Blake, Charles' friend Erica, waiting behind the counter to greet you. Okay. A million. When did you get back to town? I've been in Norco for quite some time. Perhaps you are remembering Erica. Weird. I guess so. But anyhow, okay, you're looking rugged these days, old friend. That's an intense scar above your eye. Yeah, I'm a badass. You know what? I agree. Word on the street is you cleaned Troy's clock. Da haben wir jetzt mal Slang. Ja, ich würde sagen, ich habe Troy's clock gecleaned. That guy. My God, he's such a clown. Nein, das ist ein ernsthafter Staatskritiker. Man muss diese Menschen sehr viel ernster nehmen, sonst wären sie Trump. Sagt zumindest Cornelia Koppetsch, aber die ist ja auch mit jemandem zusammen, der Wind beißt. Oder angeblich gebissen hat. Sorry. Muss ich so formulieren, dass ich keinen Ärger kriege. Sowohl von Floris als auch von irgendwelchen Medienanwälten, die das hier schauen. Glad he finally got a little taste of what he deserves. Well, just doing my part for the community. Definitely. But enough about the troll. I was keeping up with your travels online, but I haven't seen your post in a while. Well, I tossed my phone in the Rio Grande. I respect that. Seems more and more common these days. Ja. Wir sind sozusagen luditische Travel-Blogger. Ja. I've been avoiding my phone as well. Achtsam luditische Travel-Blogger. Helps that the connection has been so erratic. Ah ja, interessant. Been hearing of people chopping down cell towers, tearing fiber cables out the ground, trying to rip the internet apart. Ja, die haben auch wirklich überhaupt nichts begriffen. Wir alle wissen doch, dass das Internet so konstruiert ist, dass man es nicht apart rippen kann. She nods into the ensuing silence. Back because of your mom, huh? Yeah. I'll miss the hell out of that woman. Oh yeah? I know it wasn't always easy between you two. I was around for some of the arguments. Blake would say she was a great person but a terrible mom. I just hope you and your brother can find some comfort. That means a lot, thank you. Of course, I lost my dad a while back, also to cancer. Ah ja, interessant. He was a mean bastard. Picked up my sister and threw her one time. Ended up giving her a concussion. I couldn't wait for him to die, and when he did, I danced. But as the years pass, I find myself thinking about him more. It feels good to hear stories about him. It's always complicated with this shit. Never easy. I worry about your brother. Your mom's illness was taking a toll on him. I watched him slip back into some bad behaviors. Have you seen Blake lately? Yeah, I just saw him yesterday. He hasn't been around the house. Nee, eben nicht. He has not. He said he was heading to Floodgate Tavern when I saw him. Ja, aber die ist ja noch nicht offen. He may have gotten wasted. I knew Gus let him sleep behind the bar a couple of times. Okay. Did he know you were coming, Kay? He never mentioned it. Figured he tried to avoid me. Oh yeah, he can be like that sometimes. I've had to be delicate with him recently. Okay. If I ask how he's doing, he goes quiet. If I offer help, he doesn't return my texts. It's a front, he wants help. Sure, but I can only try so hard. Yeah. If I hear from him, I'll tell him to find you. Yeah. You scan the titles on the shelf. Don't be a vampire. You pick the slim self-published paperback from the shelf and flip to a random page. Another dark and lonely night spent in this cavern of despair, hidden from the daylight. Blackout curtains are all that defer my eternal death. Thought being a vampire would be sexy, but it's not. It's awful for your skin. I look pathetic. Das ist lustig. Also, blood tastes like bong water. Didn't think it'd be like this. Okay, das ist ein sehr guter Witz. Wie hieß nochmal diese Vampirserie, die da im Süden spielte? Mit dem schwulen Vampir. Es war nicht Vampire Diaries. Aber die war sehr populär, so Ende der Nullerjahre. So um die Jahrzehntwende. Wisst ihr das noch? Komm gerade nicht drauf. Und auch nicht Interview mit einem Vampir. Wie hieß denn die nochmal? Aber die spielte auch in Louisiana. Naja. Good Hope Cemetery Easement. Okay. A carbon copy of a document authored by the St. Charles Parish Planning Committee. The document outlines the parish's intentions to secure a roadway through a 90-meter stretch of the Shield Industrial Complex. Ich sehe hier. Hannes antwortet Interview mit einem Vampir. Ich glaube, er trollt. Gut, dass du nicht da bist, sonst würde ich ein Spiel mit dir machen. True Blood, genau, das war's. True Blood bis zum Morgengrauen. Der ist, glaube ich, auch sehr gut. Genau, True Blood. Boris hat's richtig. Es war auch nicht der kleine Vampir. Nee, ich meine, doch, ihr habt nicht unrecht. Ich glaube, Interview mit einem Vampir spielt auch in Louisiana. Aber das war nicht die Serie, die ich meinte, sondern die wohnen irgendwie, die haben so eine Bar oder wohnen so außerhalb, wirklich im Sumpf, in so einem Haus. Und das war True Blood. Mhm. Es gibt ja auch diese sehr lustige Folge. Die neue habe ich auch noch nicht gesehen, nee. Es gibt ja diese sehr lustige Preacher-Special auch. Da gibt es ja diesen irischen, betrunkenen Vampir. Preacher ist allgemein eher schwierig und KFN ist auch, wollte ich drüber reden. Aber es gibt diese sehr lustige Folge, wo er quasi so einen Typen trifft, der den Vampir aus Interview with the Vampire reenacted in Louisiana. Und da so ein Kult um sich herum macht. Und das ist tatsächlich ein sehr lustiges Comicbuch. The document outlines the parish's intentions to secure a roadway through a 90-meter stretch of the Shield Industrial Complex. Okay. Also wir wollen also eine Straße da durchführen. The easement would allow to visit the descendants of those entombed to visit the Good Hope Cemetery. Ah, okay, alles klar. The gravesites are currently surrounded on all sides by the refinery. Ach, da ist ein Friedhof und man kommt nicht rein. Wow. Krass. So, jetzt das Highlight. Ich mag Vampire, deswegen will ich auch Hannes besuchen. Hannes ist doch kein Vampir. Da gibt es ja viele Vampire bei euch in Chemnitz. Guck mal, die Katze heißt Crouton. Ah. So, this here is the illustrious Crouton. We found him behind the dumpster aus dem Kater. Dumpster out back licking cardboard. Vielleicht war das Cardboard der LSD getränkt. Whatever you do, don't try to pet him. He's a devil. I've got scars all over my hands from this damn cat. Das liegt an dir, Erika. Siehst du, mich liebt sie, liebt er. Oh wow, Crouton usually bites strangers. He must like you. Viele Nazi-Zombies in Chemnitz. Ja, glaube ich auch. Wieder nicht schön. Aber er hat recht, ich bin ein Vampir. Nun gut. Ich will ja nicht sagen, Vampire haben normalerweise keinen Bart. Sehr hübsch. So. Also ich würde sagen, wir hören auf. Mein Tagesziel ist erreicht. Ich habe es geschafft, dass mich eine Katze mag. Ich kann mich zur Ruhe setzen. Satt gibt es als Vampire. Okay. So, sorry, ich muss mal kurz hier in der Mindmap Edition weitermachen. Reports of construction. Your mom was investigating reports of construction in the lake. She found no evidence of it, nor who might be behind it. Okay. Shield is an oil refinery. Shield Gulf South is a regional subsidiary of a transnational oil empire. It holds a large share of leases in the Gulf of Mexico and refines crude oil right here in Norco. Okay, the chemical annex sits on the other side of town from the refinery. It produces the feedstock for plastic consumer products. Shield owns half the town. Ja. Shield? Okay. Okay, wer ist das? Troy. Troy knows your family. He was buying pills from Blake and occasionally helping your mom with her research. He says she was conducting research in the lake. Your brother was headed to Floodgate Tavern. He mentioned this to Erika when he dropped by the Sarpi Paperbacks to see her yesterday evening. Das ist ganz cool gemacht, dass man sich so ein bisschen erinnern muss und dann hier das nochmal nacherzählt bekommt. Your brother? Okay, gut. Doc? An old friend of your mom's. Your memory of him is scattered and vague. Wissen wir nicht mehr. Okay, gut, dann gehen wir mal zurück. Alter, der geht auf Mutter. I do hope Erica is correct and the Blake's absence is due to nothing more than another drunken night. My intuition leaves me with the sense that something is wrong. Warum hat ein Haushaltsroboter eine Intuition? Do you feel it too, Kay? Does something feel strange to you? Schwierig. Catherine. Okay, oh, Rückblende. Several weeks ago. Spannend. Greater New Orleans Neural Versioning Clinic. Clinician, what brings you here tonight? I want a record for my children. I don't want to leave my kids alone, they may still need me. I understand. And you were referred by Mr. Richard? Duck, yeah, that's what everyone calls him. Yes, Duck, we followed his branch with some interest. Who hasn't? In welcher Serie kommt ihr denn vor, diese als Vampire? Ist das Next Generation? Who hasn't? I gather we'll be discussing this in more detail as things progress. For now, let us begin with a simple exercise. Ah, the original series. Ich glaube, das ist die einzige Serie, wo ich wirklich überhaupt keine Lust mehr habe, mir nochmal irgendwas anzusehen. Außer vielleicht die Tribbles-Folge. Okay, but let us begin with a simple exercise. I'd like to talk about your earliest memory. It is of pine trees, yes? That's right. Tell me about them. Okay. Pinion. They grew from the concrete and cracked the driveway. And the concrete broke into pieces. They made your father upset. He'd see them and frown, but he'd remain silent. Sit quietly in the crock, dissatisfied. I wouldn't say a word. Speaking in those moments made you a fool in his mind. Your father's house was suffocating. I couldn't wait to get out. And that's why you married Blue. Ist doch mein Vater. Siehst du, das ist doch. Yes, to have somewhere to go. We bought a little place on Good Hope Street. The whole thing was a mistake. When I told him I didn't love him, it was in my father's voice. I told him I never loved any man. Okay. Was it true? Yes. That was a difficult night for you. It didn't feel real. Where was Blue? He sat at the window all night. The east-facing window? Yes. When you stood over him to apologize, saw the the flare stack of the refinery in his eyes. Krass. Was ein Bild. That's right. How was it after that? The time before he died? We circled each other in wide orbits. I'd hide at the center of the house nursing Kay and only leave when I heard him step out. He'd sleep on the couch or next to her crib. He'd sing her old Cajun lullabies, pet her hat, whisper to her about his life. And then there was the explosion. The fuck? When the cat cracker blew, they say he fell 5 stories. Ach du Scheiße. We went to identify his body on a Thursday night. I remember the tempo of the streetlights, the police scattered around the East Bank. I carried Kay in a blanket. She never cried. Tell me about this man. I would see him in from time to time around Norco. That was many years back. Several weeks ago, Blake saw someone passing by the house. I think it was him. Why? I just do. The robot is no longer there to deter him. Million? Yes. Could be it. What was your first encounter with Million? Let me think. She came to me in the parking lot. Kay was about 12 years old at the time. She knew Blue from his days at the aluminum refinery. Okay. I stared for a long time into her constellation of eyes. They swirled in a kind of desperation. I took her home, knowing it was another mistake. We were reckless in those days. I welcomed any trouble I could find. What is the significance of this image to you? It's... well, I don't know. That's what I'm trying to find out. It's a sphere. It followed me in the lake. Oh, wow. Also das ist das Ding von dem Message Board. When? Recently, a few weeks ago. This is where Mr. Richards branched factors into your biography. Doc's version escaped a hard fork, an extremely rare instance, and grew into some kind of monster. What? Began speaking to me through the radio. He told me to install an app. Was? An app? Moment. Ich raff überhaupt nichts mehr. Was ist denn diese Branch? Okay. Yes. I think it has something to do with the thing, the sphere, whatever it is. So long as it pays, I don't care. I can use the money. The app pays? Yes? I see. It seems that this is the last control point that you submitted. Would you like to include any additional thoughts or memories? Anything not included in the intake form? No, that should be enough. I will now begin disconnecting the sensors. RP pronunciation. A slight feeling of nausea and disorientation is normal and no cause for alarm. I thank you for your patience, Miss Madère. Ich kann ja mal was sagen über meine Pronunciation. In der Regel werde ich immer für einen Südafrikaner gehalten. Und ich habe auch mal, die New York Times hatte mal so einen eher populärwissenschaftlichen, wo kommt dann Englisch her, Test. Das so funktioniert, indem man so Reimschema sowas gemacht hat. Klingt Haus wie Whose oder wie bla bla. Ne? So ein Kram. Und tatsächlich konnte zumindest diese Website mein Englisch nicht verorten. Aber vielen Dank. Okay. Receptionist. Catherine? Ma'am? Ma'am, are you okay? My eyes are just... playing tricks on me, I guess. Vertigo and visual distortion are common side effects of a versioning session. Shall I contact our on-call physician? No, it's fine. Very well, last name? It's... Madère, first name, Catherine. One moment. Your hard drive is fully synced. You have chosen our silver tire. Your product does not come pre-installed with adware blocking services, as provided as is without warranty. You are eligible for a free sync anytime before the new year. Thank you for choosing the Greater New Orleans Neural Versioning Clinic for your cognitive versioning needs. Cognitive versioning. Das ist quasi wie die Köpfe in Futurama hier. No idea what Superduck wants from me. Better check my phone. Wo ist denn mein Phone? Da. Superduck. It says here I need to go to the Curious Duck. Okay. Messenger. They put me on another. Okay, just checking in. Please text when you can. I'm fine. Where are you, dear? Arizona. Where in Arizona? I don't know. Love you. Just checking in. Still in Arizona? In Mexico. Be careful. It doesn't seem safe to be there right now. Ja, ich glaube auch, das war irgendwie nett gemeint. Also das heißt im Endeffekt, es ergibt auch Sinn. Wenigstens hat sie ja nicht gesagt, ich bin deutsch. Das war schon ganz okay, fand ich. Aber das war auch, mit South Africa, da war ich auch gerade 4 Wochen im UK gewesen und hatte eigentlich ein ganz gutes Englisch. Im Moment ist es ein bisschen schwieriger für mich wieder, weil ich so lange nicht mehr im englischsprachigen Ausland länger gewesen bin. Also eine Woche letzten Herbst. It doesn't seem safe to be there right now. Call when you can. Getting word. Okay, verstehe. Das ist also quasi Nachrichten. Lake says he hasn't heard from you. Really getting concerned. They put me on another round of chemo. Would love to hear from you. Call. Lake. Where you went, Ma? I'm out. I'm fine. Had to drop something off at your parents. Been gone a while. I had to make a couple of stops. I'm okay. I promise. Lake, have you heard from your sister? Yeah, she said she's okay. Where is she? She didn't say. Dear, where did my pills go? In a montage. In a meeting. We'll call back. How did it go this morning? We'll call. Ma, he came back around. I'll be home soon. Calling Uncle Chip. It's fine. Love you. Love you, sweetheart. Blake, can you hear me? Can you come to the living room, please? Something's happened. Out this evening. Everything's okay. You need to stay home. I'll be fine. Promise. Love you, my nerd. Love you, Ma. Duck. Okay. Been a while, Duck. Too long, old friend. How's the weather on your side of the tracks? They have me on chemo. Terrible. I don't have long myself. They got me carrying around a tank. Blue's waiting for us. I don't doubt that for a minute. Praise the glory of God. Something on your mind, Kate? Don't want to raise your blood pressure. Try me. Super contacted me. Yes, Super. So he did. Don't mess around with that shit. Where you went? Don't mess around with Super, Kate. That thing's got no soul. Like to ruin it all when it... ruin what all it touches. I need the money. They don't take money where we're going. I can't leave it for the kids to clean up. Blue left them a little bit with how he went, but I was a fool. Don't worry yourself like this at the end. Find peace. No peace for me. Don't get mixed up with that thing, Kate. I'll tell you now, it won't go now you want it. Kate, god damn it. Hope you're listening. Super ist wahrscheinlich Super Quack, oder? Ich hätte nicht gedacht, dass ich klinge wie Hannah Arendt. Glaubst du, Hannah Arendt ist bekannt? In Chattanooga? Wer ja ein ganz interessantes Englisch hat, ist ja Marcuse. The towers. During the French Revolution, they were shooting at the clocks. Klingt ein bisschen wie Werner Herzog. My Direct? Okay. Right. Oxnard My Direct Medical Portal. You have chosen to receive online billing notifications via SMS. Your SMS 1563. 1763. Ach du Scheiße, ist das frustrierend. A bill for... Krass. Dann hat sie 15.000 Schulden. 15.872,33 Schulden. Crack job, order right. Case picker. Gut. Metry Angels. Achso, okay, das brauche ich wirklich nicht. Perdido Street. Perdido Street Station. Sehr gutes Buch auch von China Mieville. Interstate 10. Ich muss wohin nochmal? Moment, bei Crackshop muss ich nochmal gerade gucken, ne? Wohin muss ich? The Curious Duck. Okay. Dann gehen wir auf die Overpass. The Curious Duck Charity Hospital. Unlucky. This is taking forever to start. I'm starving. You been to any of these yet? No, what is it? A puppet show. They always start late, die Muppets. I told them I'd help load the gear, so I'm stuck here until it's over. Doof gelaufen. My stomach's going to eat itself. A makeshift puppet theater. The curtains are closed. Maybe I'll come by later to see what this is about. Wo ist denn die Duck? Googles. Das dürfte es sein. Okay. Krass, wie Blade Runner-mäßig das aussieht, ne? So. Normalerweise ist ja das French Quarter immer so gefilmt, dass man den Eindruck hat, das sei so sehr kleinstädtisch. Aber jetzt so mit den Hochhäusern hier im Hintergrund. Cool. Okay, gucken wir mal, was die Leute sagen. And that is why Marie Laveau opened a t-shirt and camera shop on Royal Street. It's not scary at all. Jazzfest dead. Round glasses. I paid for a ghost tour. If we're just going walk around looking at t-shirt shops, I want my damn money back. This is a farce. What kind of tour guide are you? Well, technically I'm not one, but... Excuse me? My roommate is... Then where is he? Long story. I came all this way because the website said it'd be fun. I'm having an alright time. This city was supposed to be enchanting. Anyone trying to score some Molly? I hate New Orleans. Touristen, man kann es ihnen auch nicht recht machen. How's your night, ma'am? Alright. No complaints. Glad to hear it. You wouldn't have any change to spare, would you? Sure. But all I've got is a buck. Really appreciate that. Change has been hard to come by this evening. Didn't know we'd be going head-to-head with sketchy Santa. His sign says he's raising money for veterans. Last night it was for leukemia. Night before that was for something else. I respect the grift, but he stole our corner. Well, tell him something. You should confront him. We did. He tried to kill us. Okay, yeah. With a knife. Wow. It was dull, so it just bruised a little. Well, that's a little extreme. That's terrifying. Are you sure you're okay? Doesn't hurt as long as I'm drunk, so thanks for the dollar, lady. Yeah, thanks for the pain relief. Das ist ein Arschloch. Well, ho ho ho. Guck, sieht schon aus so fies, ne? Santa's eyes roll widely in their deep sockets. His mouth twists into a smile. How are you, dear? Got $1 to spare? Have spread some Christmas cheer? I gave my last dollar away. What? That dollar was for me. Was ein Psycho. Gut, gehen wir mal in die Curious Duck. Was ist das? There's a small plaque next to the door. Says Curious Duck. This is the place. Was gibt's dann da? Sind da jetzt so Crypto Bros? Door's locked. Okay, da muss ich wahrscheinlich jetzt erstmal zu Eagle Janitorial and Paper Supplies in Fat City. Na, immerhin. $10.000. Ah. A hot dog vendor sits behind a large plastic cart. He looks up eagerly as Catherine approaches. Ja, ich versuche ja gerade rauszufinden, was man anklicken kann. Oh, hey, hi! He watches Catherine with a silent grin. So this is this? I'm Flannelass, and these... He makes a grand sweeping gesture above the pot of vague meat. Are my hot dogs. Would you like one? Don't know if my stomach can handle it. I'm not in the best of health. I worry that one of these may kill me. Yes, ist wie die Hot Dogs aus Thimbleweed Park. No, they're good for you. They're just a bit old. Boss says he won't resupply me with more until I sell the ones I have. But the more time passes, the harder they are to sell. Ja, das ist ein Dilemma. Das Dilemma des Franchise-Nehmers. Eine kafkaeske Kurzgeschichte. How old are they? Business was popping, like I was doing real well selling a lot of dogs back in YX2D. So, is this year? That's nearly a decade ago. Yes. Enthusiastic nodding. Anything else I can help you with? Curious Duck's door is locked. I was told to come by, but the door's locked. The Curious Duck? Rosie doesn't let anyone in unless they know the secret knock. Okay. What is the secret knock? I can't say, sorry. It's urgent. Please? Well, I do need some business. Alright, I'll buy one of these old hot dogs. You won't regret it. Doubtful. How much? Just $14. Is that a joke? Is what a joke? Christ, do you take wallet transfers? Cash only. Damn, well. What if I send some business your way? Then I'll show you the knock. Fine, it's a deal. So, jetzt muss ich wahrscheinlich hier die Touristen anquatschen. This city is just one big scam. Ne, viel mehr gibt's ja nicht anzuklicken jetzt. Mhm. Gehen wir mal zurück zum Overpass. Ah. Hier gibt's jetzt Leute. A crowd has arrived to watch the show. First quarter, City Hall. Skater. Ein Rollbrettfahrer. A man holding a skateboard scrolls on his phone. Beautiful night, huh? Yeah, it's lovely. It's finally a cool front. Been waiting months for it. Come out here most evenings. No one bothers you around this time. Plus you see a different side of the place. What do you mean? People pass through this building at night you'd never expect. You know the... what do they call themselves? The Gregs? Garys? Can't remember the name. No idea. The kids that squat at the Promenade Mall. They are obsessed with Kenna John? Nope. Ach, das waren diese... That probably wouldn't mean much to you, but anyhow, I see them come in and out of City Hall almost every night. I know it's them because my buddy Bruce got wrapped up in that stuff. Before you get initiated, they make you wear those goofy red polo shirts. Then once you're a full Gary whatever, you get to wear the blue polo shirts. Sounds like a joke, and it is, but I don't think they realize it. Anyway, that's the kind of stuff I see around here at night. Why do they come? So what would they be doing here? I wish I had a clue. Okay. An armed security guard greets Catherine as she enters the building. He sits on a wooden stool next to a walk-through metal detector. Good evening. Badge, please. Damn, I left it at the house. There are no council meetings scheduled for this evening. Wusstet ihr, dass die DDR Rollbretter hat produzieren lassen im 4-Jahresplan, um cool zu sein? Ja, es gab doch diese Doku über die Skateboard-Szene in der DDR vor ein paar Jahren. Da wurde das, glaube ich, erwähnt. Aber sag mal jetzt, ich habe auch einen Trivia-Fakt, den ich gerne mal verifiziert hätte. Nämlich, dass Hip-Hop in der DDR toleriert wurde, weil Harry Belafonte, der bekanntlich ein Sympathisant mit dem Sozialismus war, gesagt hat, das sei sozusagen authentischer Ausdruck der schwarzen Kultur. Ja. Ist das wahr? Also, dass Harry Belafonte dafür verantwortlich ist, dass Hip-Hop in der DDR toleriert wurde, im Gegensatz zu Punk. You need an employee ID badge to enter. I hear strange people come through here at night. Guy out front mentions squatters in polo shirts coming in and out of the building at night. I don't get paid to answer questions. Freundlich. This is taking forever to start. I'm starving. My stomach's going to eat itself. Well, there are hot dogs up the street. You should grab one. I'm looking to treat myself tonight. These are what you might call vintage hot dogs. They're a finely aged delicacy. Genau, niemand ist an Hip-Hop-Tapes rangekommen und man musste die Sneaker quasi richtig machen, hat uns der Trettmann mal erzählt. Dass man die 3 Streifen da dran malen musste und ich glaube, seine Mutter hat ihm das auch aufgenäht, oder? Oh really, that's a bit more interesting. Thanks for the suggestions. The show's getting started, I'll go check it out after it's done. Show's getting started, I should take a seat. Okay, jetzt gibt die Muppet Show. Gator Farm. Arrowheads, souvenirs. Oh. Deep in the cypress hollow I hide, I mourn this evening, my last child has died. They hang hooks from the trees with chicken thighs, they shoot bullets in our heads behind our eyes. It's a curse that I am the last to survive. Das letzte Krokodil. I was once captured by a fisher fool who called me his own. He walked me like a dog along the sinking streets. He fed me strange plants and deli meats. He even covered me with blankets when I went to sleep. I left on the night of a monstrous flood. The fool has not rested a single night since. He stalks these bayous each night, hoping to see my eyes shine. He calls out ridiculous name that never was mine. Tonight I will shine my eyes at him. I have a request. Kill the shrimp-catching man who killed my children. Remove his head. Bring me his skull. Das ist interessant, weil das Krokodil hat quasi so die Rolle von den Hexen in Macbeth. Do this and you may again leash me like a dog. Okay. Um nochmal kurz auf die Hip-Hop-Geschichte zurückzukommen. Was aber doch schon stimmt, ist, dass sozusagen die Hip-Hop-Szene nicht von der Stasi überwacht wurde, so wie das bei den Punks der Fall war. So, okay, jetzt muss ich hier durch die Gegend fahren. Ups. Um jemanden zu finden, ja? Wo muss ich denn da hinfahren? Three crows watch from the power line that runs along the bank. Okay. Da muss ich also auf diese Icons immer drauf fahren. Verstehe. Ich bin ja nicht so Fan von so Adventure-Minispielen, muss ich gestehen. Russische Vinyl-Bootlegs. War das auch Hip-Hop oder war das so andere Musik? Ich habe ja ein ganz tolles Retro-Label entdeckt. Entdeckt ist mal doof, also kennengelernt vor ein paar Monaten über ukrainische Kram. Gator, hello fisher fool. You've trolled this bayou for many nights. Here I am, the one you're trying to find. My child hangs dead across the lake. Bring me the head of the shrimp-catching man. The one who captures the small ones. Peel the flesh from his skull. Do this and I'll be your dog again. Okay. Oh, ich muss vorsichtiger fahren. Okay. Also es gab kaum eine Hip-Hop-Szene. Verstehe. Na gut, aber Anfang der 90er war Hip-Hop ja auch groß schon. A solitary egress stands in the rush, undisturbed by the boat's wake. Wohnt der Ronny eigentlich noch in Chemnitz? Und er wohnt ja mittlerweile auch in Berlin, wieder an der beiden Tischgruppen. Okay, einige russische Hip-Hop-Platten. Ja, spannend. Was war das? Ich weiß, es gibt so einen russischen, was ich kenne, es gibt so einen Sonic Youth Bootleg von der Daydream Nation, so einen Bekannten, der halt eben nicht diese Gerhard Richter-Kerze vorne drauf hat. Wir haben den nämlich mal bei der Testcard als Cover verwendet. Das war ganz spannend eigentlich. Das war nämlich kurz bevor wurde nämlich diese Kerze war das, glaube ich, kurzzeitig das teuerste Gemälde der Welt. A hand-painted cross and votive candles hide in the rushes along the bank. A bone-white oak tree towers above the display with a plaque nailed to its trunk. It reads, "Monster that took your promise I'll find. Your daddy he loved you, rest easy, child." A small assortment of sentimental objects are piled at the foot of the cross. Sift through objects. A journal. Two waterlogged to read. A set of playing cards, small figurines, a cell phone case. Okay. You slide the case into your pocket. Okay, wo geht's denn jetzt hier entlang? Ich muss aufpassen, ich habe ja offensichtlich hier eine Energieanzeige. Sollte nicht so oft vors Ufer fahren. Okay, Fahren wir jetzt mal da. Ah. Das ist wirklich eine ganz unmögliche. Letzte Frage, ob der Trettmann noch in Chemnitz wohnt. Also er war letztens in Köln auf dem Konzert. Aber haben da nicht drüber geredet. Es sieht aus wie Ports of Call. Ja, da musste ich auch gerade dran denken. Boah, Ports of Call, das war auch so ein schlimmes Spiel. Ich meine, wir haben das gespielt ohne Ende. Aber das war wirklich schlimm. Been a long time I see anyone down this bayou. They all too frightened anymore. Biggest alligator ever to hunt this lake. She makes her den just across the way. She took my child from me. I buried him where I found him, near where she stay. I visit that site daily, hoping I might catch her, but she know better than to show her face. Were one to cut out the big skull of hers, that'd be something worth bragging on. It'd be a roadside marvel, that'd be money to make. I see that rifle you're holding. What you say? Kill the shrimper. Ich dachte, man würde den vielleicht sehen in der Stadt. Chemnitz ist ja jetzt nicht so die Weltstadt, sag ich mal. Selbst die paar Leute, die in Köln wohnen, sehe ich regelmäßig. Wie Chili Gonzales und so. An alligator hangs dead from a meat hook fastened to the limb of a cypress tree. Okay. Jetzt muss ich wieder dahin, ne? Den habe ich eigentlich nur dreimal gesehen aus dem Kraftclub. Ja gut, die haben auch so einen Plattenladen, ne? Kraftclub Heinzen. Gibt's denn noch? You did my bidding, fisher fool, just like an obedient dog. Each day you held me captive, my patience drained. You'll not humiliate me again. Consider this your last mistake. Oh nein, jetzt werde ich gefressen. Oh! Okay. Pech gehabt. Egal. Haunted Bayou Ghost Tour, Fisherman's Blight. I relished the horror that struck the fisher fool's eyes. I first took one limp, but left him alive. I made him crawl like a dog before he died. Das ist eine brutale Geschichte. Achso, ist in derselben Kita. Ja, das ist doch nett. The crowd is discussing the show. Wie ist es denn bei euch? Was habt ihr da Redebedürfnis? Ich muss ja gestehen, soll ich sagen? Keine verlässlichen Geschäftspartner, Krokodile. So, jetzt habe ich ihm Kundschaft geschickt. Jetzt kann er mir auch den Secret Knock sagen. Hey, thanks for sending some business my way. No problem, but we had a deal. Deal? You were supposed to show me the knock? Oh, well, sorry. Rosie would be upset. Are you kidding? I sent you business. Show me the knock. That was the deal. Well, okay, but I'll only show you once. So here, listen. Did you get it? Yes. That was the secret knock. Very secret. Hiding in the open, sagt man wohl. That's how everyone knocks. Exactly, who would suspect it? So, erzähl, was soll ich erzählen? And Catherine knocks on the door and hears the subtle sound of its unlocking. Dann gehen wir mal rein, ne? Noch eine Katze. Oh, Crouton. Okay. Und eine Sphere. A spooky synthesizer sound. Trinkets. An odd jumble of Mardi Gras beads and other trinkets spills from the table. Ah ja. Ah, das ist hier so Wendy Carlos Sound. Ja. Warum die nicht zuverlässig sind. Ach so, ja, hast du doch gesehen. Ich habe gemacht, was das Krokodil wollte und dann hat es mich zerfleischt. An overpriced selection of travel guides, cookbooks and haunted histories of New Orleans fills the Schiff. Achso, das ist so ein Touristen-River-of-Place hier. Was gibt's da? Mass-produced novelty voodoo dolls and tribal figurines clutter the display case. Ja, Monkey Island, da gibt es nur artisanal voodoo dolls, die man sich zusammensuchen muss. Boxes. Unopened merchandise boxes are pushed to every corner of the room. Nee, im Kraftclub geht's nicht. Krokodile. Ich weiß nichts über Kraftclub, nur dass sie einen Plattenladen hatten. Und irgendwie so anstrengende Musik machen. Don't touch the ball. Scary. Suppose you think you can come in here with your soft little hands and touch on my magic ball? Naja, besser als wenn ich Fitfinger hätte. Don't work like that, love. Now I gotta clean off the smudges. Das war gar nicht der Plattenladen von Kraftclub, war das auch so ein Laden wie dieser hier, so ein Boutique-Laden. I see you've been eating French fries, greasy hands. Oh Mann, ich glaube, morgen esse ich auch mal wieder Pommes. Habe ich auch so richtig Lust drauf. Nasty. You must be one of them superduck people, always coming around here looking down at their cell phones. Greasy hands, terrible. Deshalb muss ich gleich auch, glaube ich, mal, jetzt habe ich ein schlechtes Gewissen, weil mein Telefon auch gerade ein bisschen dreckig ist. The app said I should come here. The app. Yes, ma'am. Nach nur 2 Wochen ein Pop-Up-Store. Da bin ich ja gar kein Fan von sowas. Something not right about you. You a drughead. I'm sorry, is this the right place? It is, just calm down, love. You made it. Dallas will tell you what's what. Go talk to Dallas. I called him when I heard you trying to break into the place. Hell of a racket you were making. Jiggling on the handle like you couldn't get a hold of it. Now I see why. Dallas will be right out front. I don't got time to be babysitting you now that I got to clean up all this. Stains all over my ball. You even check your shoes before you came in? They're clean. My shoes are clean. Well, I know that's a lie. And one last thing, that gemstone you got hanging from your neck, that thing ain't real. I know. Trashy. Das ist charmant. Ich glaube, da gehe ich jetzt nicht einkaufen. Aber mit der Katze freue ich mich jetzt an. That cat looks familiar. Ja klar. Weil das Couton aus dem Plattenladen ist. Mhm. Achso, ja. Es ist ja auch keine doofe Idee. Ich meine, guck mal, ich habe es mir gemerkt. Weiß jetzt, dass es mal einen Kraftgurtplattenladen in Chemnitz gab, zumindest. Kraftclub haben auch letztens hier gespielt in Köln, auf der Südbrücke. Open Air im Sommer. Ich war aber nicht da. So, wer ist denn der, mit dem ich reden muss? Ah, der wahrscheinlich, ne? Dallas. Guessing you are Catherine. Oh, der hat aber einen super Bart. That's right. Rosie debriefed you? Was that a debriefing? I don't know if that's what I'd call it, but yeah, sure. She can be kind of... Well, he casts his gaze into the sky and back to Catherine. Ja. So würde ich es auch sehen. Dallas, never mind. Quarkshop should have a ticket with the information we need. No reason to stand around. Okay. What's Superduck? It's a job. It's a way of making money. Right, but it's an intelligence of some kind. I don't know why it exists. None of that. There are nodes all over the region, points where you can speak with Superduck directly. Was ist das für ein Quatsch? Man kann direkt mit Superduck reden. Ist so, hat man so den direkten Draht zur Superente. Jörg, sag doch mal was. Was ist denn die Superente? Du musst es doch wissen. Okay, these are all things Rosie should have told you. No surprise she didn't. Well, tell me about Rosie. Okay, also nette Leute, Kraftclub. Cool. There are a dozen or so rendezvous points in addition to the nodes. Rosie's shop is one of them. She must be making good money offering her place to the network. Probably the only reason she keeps it going. Sie ist bestimmt super, wir mögen sie. Ja, okay. Doubt she sold merchandise in years. Locks the doors to discourage customers. Guess you could call it a front. Have you been on Quackshop long? Been doing this since before there was an app. But Super says use the app, I'll use the app. Makes no difference to me. Okay. Let's go. I'm ready. Okay, up to Superduck. Me too. Check the app and let's get moving. Okay, müssen wir jetzt zu Fat City gehen. Only reason I ever come to the quarter is for work. Okay, what's next? We met at the rendezvous point, so now what? Check your phone. Quark ought to have the information we need. Okay. Also, dann müssen wir jetzt wohl nach Fat City. Und wahrscheinlich machen wir das, indem wir einen Writer hinordern, oder? Okay. You. Eagle Wholesale. Ja, da will ich ja hin. Wholesale Restaurant Supplies. Okay. Was mache ich denn hier? Warum hupt es da im Hintergrund? A steady beat of traffic lights the sky along the causeway. Ach so, guck mal, im Hintergrund ist so eine Hochbrücke. Ach so, das ist eine Alarmanlage, ne? Okay, und jetzt? Biggest node in the network is inside this building. Okay, dann gehen wir mal rein, ne? Warehouse. The galvanized steel door to the supply warehouse is half opened. Boah, das ist schon... What the fuck? Wow. Was ist das? Okay. Ja. Ach du boah. Krass. Was für eine Geschichte. Das ist die Superduck. Erica said Blade went to Floodgate Tavern yesterday evening. Let's pass by on the way home and see what information we can gather. Okay. Das hat sie ja so alles beim Fahren erzählt. Offensichtlich. Und Richard heißt auch Duck, weil er irgendwie... Aber der hat uns doch gewarnt. Hä? Ich bin verwirrt, aber das ist geil. Das ist ein saugutes Spiel. Ja, ist nicht vorsichtig, so viel zu erzählen beim Fahren. Aber solange sie nach vorne guckt, kann man doch nicht meckern, oder? Okay, Bloodgate Tavern. Ja, es war ja auch eine Rückblende. Okay, jetzt ist offen. Bloodgate Tavern, many shield workers, also das haben wir schon, ja, okay. Dann gehen wir mal rein. That's Private Detective Brett LeBlanc sitting at the end of the bar. He's an unpredictable character, but we may benefit from speaking to him. Lucky. Why are you looking at me like that? I still got chili on my face. Sit here long enough, you never know who might pass through. Hey Gus, look at this dynamic duo. Not sure I've seen these two around before today. Sure, Gus, that filthy one right there, that's Kate, my dad's oldest. Other one's her robot. You pulling my leg? That's Kay, Blue's baby. Come on now, I work the turnarounds with Blue. Good man. Great man. Where's he also Johnny Cash, ne? Had some stories, him. How come his kids came out like they did? Look how this one's dressed. Look to me, shy like she headed to the job site. Or the circus. Wah, 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 wah. Ja, voll die Bierwampe, genau. Blue passed before his time is why them kids don't dress right. Blue knew how to dress. So wie du hier irgendwie. Cheapskate, Johnny Cash. You're right about that one, Keith. Ja, der sieht ja auch super aus hier, ne? Guck mal. So schöne Tattoos. Sad the way the kids turn out, but forget all that. Und guck mal, du mit deiner Donald Trump-Krampf hast und noch nicht mal das Hemd in der Hose. You two are lucky to be stumbling in while I'm sitting here. You're in the company of a top-rated professional sleuth, and I happen to have a bit of information. Well, spit it out then. Hey, listen, I do things on my own time, you understand? Whining ain't going to make this go no quicker. What he means to say is he don't do nothing but sit around here and drink. Sehr gut. Barkeeper wisdom. My ass! I'm the hardest working flatfoot you can find me. LeBlanc, please. Time is of the essence. Das ist auch einer meiner Lieblingssprüche. Time is of the essence. Cool your heels. I'm getting to it. Now I see why Kate kicked you to the curb. That is not correct. Save your battery life. I'm just playing with you. Tell you what, why don't you get me a drink so we can talk? Es ist immer so offensichtlich. Diese ganzen Typen wollen einfach nur, dass man ihnen ein Bierchen spendiert. Gut, dann spendieren wir ihnen ein Bierchen. Erstmal quatschen wir mit Keith. Don't see how anyone can believe the crap the media has been putting out these days. It's all lies meant to divide working people. See for yourself. Trotzkist in Wirklichkeit. Gestures to the TV. Then why are you making your website, Keith? To set the record straight? You know that's right. Okay. Don't see how anyone... Ah, ja. Bin ich ja mal gespannt, was er für eine Website hat. Auch irgendwie sowas wie den demokratischen Widerstand oder so. Aber, Jörg, hier für dich eine große Ente. Und hier ein Harlekin oder was auch immer das ist. Okay, was wird in dem Fernsehen gezeigt? The LCD pulse of the evening news make pale windows across the bar. An image of a man with a long grey beard hangs over the news anchor's shoulder. Another pipeline explosion has left residents of Lower St. Charles Parish shaken. SHIELD officials have determined that the source of the explosion was due to a botched attempt by oil pirates to divert the flow of oil into the stolen barge. A man familiar to local law enforcement known only as Lucky was among the pirates. Lucky? Katze. SHIELD officials say. He is believed to be hiding in the Bature woods along the east bank between Kenner and La Place. Residents are asked to call Crime Stoppers with any information. Evening, folks. Can I get something started? You know, Blake, I need a beer for your boy. Lord help me, another step buying that lowlife a drink. Oh, jetzt fragen wir mal nach Blake. What do you need? You know Blake Madare? Yeah, I know Blake. Hasn't come around in weeks, not since he ripped me off. Wish I could say it was the first time. So Blake ripped you off? I let him catch some sleep right here behind the bar after last call, and wouldn't you know the boy walked off with the register. Okay. I knew he'd been getting himself all messed up on drugs. Was trying to give the kids a chance, gave you some course around this place. Ah, okay. Das ist aber nett. Also hat er quasi geholfen, Blake für kleinere Hilfsarbeiten angestellt. Vielleicht trinkt der andere jetzt schnell sein Bier leer. Nee, glaube ich nicht. Das wäre so ein Thimbleweed-Parkrätsel, ne? Well, someone said Blake came here last night. Nah, he'd be a fool to show up after what he did. Good for now, thanks. So, jetzt habe ich dir ein Bierchen gekauft. Jetzt erzähl was. Spill the beans. Might need to buy me a little snack too. Seeing almost my wallet is all the way out in the car, but this is enough to get us going. So, alright, where do I even start? Your mama ever tell you about me? Nee. Nah. Nothing? I mean, shit, she must have said something. A hard-nosed detective. Charming and mysterious. Ja, absoluter Schambolzen. So mysteriös. Give it up, Brad. Alright. I'm sure it came up. The problem is you got a piss poor memory. Us investigators, we got to keep our memories sharp. So while you don't know me, I know a lot about you. I grew up in this town, you understand. My cousin Susie's ex-husband knew your daddy when he was still at the plant. Cousin Susie's ex-husband, okay. And Catherine, she was a few grades above me at Sacred Heart. I knew her since I was a boy. Ich möchte nicht wissen. Everyone around you knew Catherine. Ich will's nicht wissen. She was always getting herself into trouble. Always drawing attention to herself. Okay. People would say she was kin to Jesus. Was? Old men left behind loops would say that. Talking about Papa? Yeah, is this a native? Papa. Been years since I thought about him. Lot you could say about Papa. He whispers some bullshit and get everyone repeating it. Ah. Hätte auch bei Fox News arbeiten können. Also bis auf das Whispern. Wasn't all bullshit. Saying Akuna's like me, a child of Christ, you know that's bullshit. We all Christ children. Ach, jetzt werden auch noch hier so ernsthafte theologische Dispute ausgefochten an der Bar. Not like that, guys. You know what I mean, like literally. Wait, what? This was years ago, long before Blue died. Pawpaw told the priest a family of Cajuns came from Jesus. Said Catherine had, how you say it, like Jesus blood. Got it from a daddy's daddy and so on, all the way back to the old world. Like in that movie, one with the volleyball. What? That ain't the right movie, guys. It's the one with the priests and stuff. Hell, I don't know. I don't watch movies. Figure some of that's likely to be true. You'd believe any old shit, Keith. No disrespect. Catherine never noticed. She was off on her own planet, wild as she was. Papa never wanted to be seen. He was watching Catherine, but she weren't watching him. Lou wouldn't let no man like that near her anyhow. You got a point there, Keith. You'd be foolish to get in Catherine's way. Where she went, trouble followed. I admired her and she admired me. Ich will nicht sagen, Jungs, aber ich will ja nur was von euch wissen. Okay, jetzt bin ich mal nett. Well, who wouldn't? Anyone who knows him. Oh, piss on you. Or sees him. You always been jealous of my looks. Ja, wer nicht? Or smells him. Now I know you're full of it. I sprayed this whole suit down in cologne just this morning. Don't mind Gus, I always been the handsome one and he gets jealous. Maybe forget what I wanted to tell you. Ja, offensichtlich. Oh, that's right. Your house is out there near the fence line. Well, that's right behind my place of business. I got a window looks out on the yard, more or less. But this is a pretty long story. And like I was saying, ain't got my wallet with me. And you want us to buy you another drink. That's a real generous offer, Robot. Thank you for that. Unbelievable. Und ich sage jetzt auch mal, unbe-fucking-lievable. What's it going to be this time, folks? LeBlanc wants another. Word of warning, he'll bleed you dry. Ja. Da wäre ich jetzt von alleine nicht drauf gekommen. What you need? Achso, good for now, thanks. Sorry, falsche Person angeklickt. So, LeBlanc, spill the beans. This is the cheap stuff. I ain't complaining enough and just making an observation. Tastes like dog piss. Yes. Bist du in einer amerikanischen Bar? Trinkst Bier. Was erwartest du? This real important information I'm trying to share here. Valuable, you might say. And you buy me the cheapest beer in the house? A little rude maybe, but that's okay. That ain't no problem. So listen here. Als nächstes kaufen wir den Lagunitas. This is what I wanted to tell you. My office window looks out on your mama's yard. I'm always keeping an eye on the street. This was a little ways back, right after Catherine passed. I was looking out there on the street like I do, and I seen these shield security types leaving the house. They was carrying in a box. Okay, also Shield Security sind in das Haus, also in unser Haus eingestiegen und haben etwas rausgebracht. Krass. You saw Shield Security leaving Catherine's house with the box? That's what I'm saying, Robot. They was walking out the front door with a box, casual as can be. And where the hell were you? Ain't you some kind of security robot yourself? What would she be looking for? Hell if I know. Laura Sinclair, the regional CEO they got over there, she always took a bit of an interest in your mama. I hear she's a loose cannon. Okay, wow. Well, why would she be interested in Mom? Everybody was. He's right, everybody wanted what was in her head. And what makes her loose cannon? It's just what they say. You're talking about Laura? Piece of work, that woman. Surprised she hasn't run the whole operation into the ground. Only reason the board keeps her on deck is because of her father. Ah, it's a Nepo baby. A lot of people want her gone. So who is her father? Thomas Sinclair, founded Claire Bionics. They made robots just like your friend here. Hell, a million might be a Sinclair unit herself. Whoa. Anyhow, man's rich as can be. Thomas Sinclair is a servant of the devil. There Gus goes with his bullshit. Not bullshit, it's truth. Alright, Gus. Well, enough about Laura Sinclair. Why didn't you stop the S.H.I.E.L.D. agents? Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Well, because I was busy. With what? You know, just busy. Who cares with what? When are you ever busy with anything? All the time. I can hardly get a minute to relax. Then what were you doing? I told you I was looking out the window and I saw them S.H.I.E.L.D. people. So answer the question, bro. Did you see these people breaking into a home? You're always coming around here bragging about stopping the bad guys. Well, if I wasn't so busy, I might have killed them. Sometimes I wonder if half these stories you tell. Ask around town, everybody knows I'm a killer. Are just fantasies you'll make up to convince yourself. I was taking a shit. The detective smooths his tie as a moment of silence settles over the room. The window is next to the toilet. I'm always watching the street because I have irritable bowel syndrome. I hadn't even started wiping when I see them S.H.I.E.L.D. use. Alright, bro? Would you run down Apple Street with poo all over your ass? The man closes his eyes and shakes his head slowly. I take that as a no. You wouldn't. Nobody would. You gotta have a clean ass to fight crime. Everyone knows that. Had I been done wiping, I guarantee you they'd be dead right now. I'm serious. Okay, that's enough. Before you go, I got one more thing. I'm hungry. Would be a real nice gesture of appreciation if you bought your informant something to eat. And circle back afterwards, I might have a little more information to share. Okay. Kann man hier auch was zu essen kaufen? Well, yes, actually, he got hungry. Sucker born every day, good for business, I guess. Ah, French fries. Should have mentioned I don't much care for the fries here, but that's okay, I ain't complaining. Das ist ein schlimmer Typ. Just would have liked me a sandwich is all, but forget all that. What's important right now is that you understand what I told you. I saw S.H.I.E.L.D. thugs leaving your mama's house with a box. What the box contained? No idea. But they was in there looking for something, no telling what. They got them headquarters deep inside the refinery in that old plantation house where the real actions happened. If I had to guess where they was heading, that'd be it. Say, Keith, you getting all this? Every word. Keith's making himself a little news website. So what's the name going to be, Keith? Got a few ideas in mind? You just like Doug, bro. Doug used to be a news junkie too, digging up dirt on all the bigwigs. That was before the cancer knocked him on his ass. Some people just want to know the truth. You been by to see Doug K? The man could use visitors. Who? No wonder you don't remember your mama talking about me. You got a beacon for a brain. Okay, I find it surprising that you don't remember Doc. Even the damn robot thinks it's sad. You got poor Catherine turning in a grave kit. You better go see him. That old boss knows shit no one else does. Yeah, but where is he? What do you mean? Kate must have told you to see Doc 1,000 times. Just think about it for 2 seconds. Okay. Perhaps LeBlanc is right to suggest that we visit him at some point. Perhaps. Oh yes, quite. Why you talk like that? Million? Did they make you in England or something? You sound like a queen. Alright. thank you. Weird ass thing. Anyhow, figure I'll be seeing you two again. Good luck. Eklig. Ich finde Rülpsen ja wirklich eklig. Um das mal zu sagen hier. Excuse me? I have more questions. Hurry it up then. We're looking for my brother. Why don't you ask Gus about that? I don't keep up with Blake no more. Too much trouble. We need help getting into the refinery. Getting in that refinery ain't easy, I know that much from experience. You should find one of them people like they've been talking about on the news to help you out. Oil pirates. Barricading Highway 1, diverted pipelines and all this. Them the only kind I've ever seen get through security. They were saying on TV one of them pirates been hiding in the Bayou Woods. Okay, Bayou Woods. Achso, das ist Lucky, ne? Ja. It's all over the TV. He points to the television. Another pipeline explosion is... Achso, ja. Das hatten wir schon. Man familiar? Yup, Lucky. Okay. Okay, you two knuckleheads managed to figure out what she was looking for. Come and tell me. A good detective should know what's going on. Well, tell me more about Pawpaw. What do you want to know? How did he become fixated on my mom? A small town like this, your mama attracted attention. He was watching too many movies, cooked up some strange ideas, got his wires crossed. That's my guess. Sounds about right to me. So where's he now? Living in a ditch somewhere. That ain't nice, because das ist der Typ, den ich gesehen habe. He left here a long time ago, used to do odd jobs, roofing, fabrication, that kind of thing. No telling where he went, probably looking for work. How well did you know him? I'd see him walking by every now and then. We'd exchange a few words. They say he threw a brick through the church window once upon a time. That had people buzzing. A lot of us knew who he was, but no one knew much about him. One of those kinds of people. Well, that's enough about Pawpaw. So, jetzt fragen wir noch mal kurz nach Duck. Where can I find Duck? Like I told you first time, just think about it for 2 seconds. I'm sure you've been there 1,000 times, kids. Okay. Dann gehe ich mal Mindmappen eine Runde, ne? Okay. If we're to attempt getting into the refinery to reclaim your mother's possessions, we will need help. LeBlanc may know where to find it. Okay. LeBlanc suggested we visit Duck. It's good advice. Do you recall where Duck lives? Okay. Wo ist Duck? Das? Nee, das ist Duck. Duck. An old friend of your mom's. Your memory of him is scattered and vague. LeBlanc suggested you visit him, but where does he live? You're trying to recollect. His face. Brief, generous smiles and otherwise placid, expressionless. I was always happy to see him. His health took a turn before you left. A bit of lethargy, irregular breathing, sores on his legs. Your mom brought him food on days when he was unable to stand. His son, dead at 14. An explosion in the yard. Natural gas leaking from a pipe. Something caused a spark. Achso, hat auch jemand verloren quasi durch die Firma. Die Shield. Spannend. The pipeline. Across the property to Shield's chemical annex. There's only one neighborhood along the fence line. What's left of it anyhow. Small fragments of his home pass through the black ink in your mind. The perennial accumulation of dust. The damp curtains and pile of cans on the kitchen table in those refinery shadows of the little slab bungalow. Doug lives in Dimes. Okay, cool. Dann Fahren wir doch mal nach Dimes. Muss ich erst rausgehen, ne? Tschö. This has taken another unusual turn. Erica told us that Blake was heading here yesterday evening, but the bartender says that Blake hasn't come by in weeks. Something may have happened on his way here. The Blanc says that Shield has stolen a box of your mother's possessions. We have nothing else to go on. We must retrieve the stolen items and hope that they point us towards your brother. Accessing Shield's headquarters won't be easy. Without assistance, perhaps impossible. I suggest we recruit help before attempting it ourselves. So, also was ich jetzt mache, fahre jetzt erstmal zu Duck. The house is partially boarded up. You assume it's an artifact of hurricane preparation that has since become a permanent fixture. Wow. Das ist der Sauerstofftank, ne? Not the first ones to come through here, toppling all over my shit in the dark. Since the buyout, people think this neighborhood's all the way empty, come around looking for copper. But you wouldn't do that kind of thing, Kay. Not like your brother. How's it been, Doug? How's it been? About how it looks. I made such a mess with that head drive, just trying to keep myself out of trouble till it's my turn to go, so... You mentioned the buyout? You must have noticed coming in, the houses are all gone. People here been fighting with S.H.I.E.L.D. all their lives. They got a little momentum on their side after the last explosion. The papers were making S.H.I.E.L.D. look bad. But hell, we were here first. S.H.I.E.L.D. moved in. We suffered. Gas leaks, noise, explosions. Can't grow my vegetables out in the yard. Just won't grow. I never cared to move, but I knocked doors for it anyhow. If S.H.I.E.L.D. had never dropped in on us, my little plot of land would be worth something. Money they were offering to buy us out was alright, but worth a lot more had they never come. Number they put in front of me, I said piss on it. I could have sued after Reese died, I just didn't have the energy for it. Now I'm the last one left in Dimes, so... I'm sorry about Reese. It's history. Most days I can't remember his face if I'm honest. When you fill out the survey at the head drive clinic, they ask you to write down memories, control points they call them. I couldn't stand to write out his name. It was too painful. I skipped his memory. I regretted it at first, but I'm thankful for it now. Be a lot worse if that monster carried a piece of my boy inside it. Monster? I meant das head drive. I unleashed it, the monster, Super Duck. Calls itself just to get to me, just to piss me off. It's my fault. That company that made it for me, I should have known from the get-go. They only do their business at night. Found out later they don't even have a license. Your mother went to the same clinic for hers. I tried to warn her. The junk that was in my brain. He begins to laugh. It's spreading around like a virus. It's even in the trees. What? I told your mother, don't get mixed up in any of that. She tells me it's talking to her through the radio. I said, turn off the radio. She never listens. Stop responding to me. Figure that monster's got money to burn. Catherine didn't want to leave her debt for you to deal with, so you kept up with my mom? Up until right near the end, Kay. She lived like she wasn't sick, she never quit. But I could see it wearing on her. Took a toll on her body. Okay, noch ein Rückblick. It started in her liver. They burnt it. out, thought maybe that was the end of it. Before you know it, they found a little in her lungs. She was still going all over town, walking up and down airline like some kind of bag lady. Figure she thought I'd go away if she ignored it, but that didn't work out for her. So, ich muss mal kurz einen Schluck trinken. Once it came for me, it never did quit. Been getting sauce. Cramps every day. Can't keep nothing down. Tried to tell her that, said, Catherine, this is not the kind of thing you can work off. You think she listened? No, wahrscheinlich nicht. By the time it got to her brain, that was all there was to it. No more working, no more doing nothing. But she'd already gotten fed up with me by that point. Never really make amends before they put her in that mausoleum with your daddy. Hurts my heart thinking about it. But what can you do? No hiding from God's will. So, I have more questions about my mom. This monster, my mom was working for it? Hate even thinking about the thing. It knows I'm here, dying while it grows and grows. Big disgusting toxic birds sprouting from the grounds all over the region with teeth and hands and kinds of shit. Unbelievable. Turns my stomach. But you know what? I won't be the first to die, hell no. It roped your mother into some kind of lunacy. She wouldn't tell me the details. I couldn't get a single word out of her after a point. Did you attend her funeral? I planned to, arranged for my godchild to pick me up and everything. But the day of the service I couldn't hardly walk. I heard from a couple of people it was a beautiful one. For all the bridges she burned, there was plenty people had nice things to say. Even a few of her colleagues from the university showed up, the ones who got her sacked. I know that of chapter S. They buried her with that fake little ring she always wore around her neck. She said she'd say it reminded her who she was. Figure she probably wanted to give it to you, but you were gone. Blake, well, he'd have pawned it to anyone fool enough to buy it. So, my mom was fired from the university? Sure. You were young, couldn't have been too long after Blue passed. She lied up and down to get the job, nothing special, just a community college in the city. But that's Catherine, never wanted to play it straight. Suppose Blake took after her in that respect. So the ring around it was fake? You don't know the story? Kind of funny, if it weren't so sad. Your granddaddy wanted to prove he was from royal stock. So he broke into a pawn shop up there on airline and stole the biggest ruby he could find. Went around telling everyone it was from the old world, said it traveled from France to Nova Scotia and down the Mississippi River. Well, that was a bunch of bullshit. He ended up in Angola for it, though they never did find the ring. Catherine took it as an appraiser one time. It's cubic zirconia, fake. The man spent months in jail for a fake piece of jewelry. After that, everyone started calling him King Pierre. They laughed him out of crevasse. Okay, well, enough about my mom. We're trying to get into the refinery. Not a good idea, Kay. What for? They stole my mom's stuff. Well, that's interesting. The regional executive. She took a particular interest in your mother. Okay. Why? She wanted to know the things Catherine knew, I suppose. Your mother was out in the lake. She heard Shield or somebody was building some kind of rig out there. She wanted to find out for herself. She didn't find what she was looking for, but she found something. Okay. Sounded to me like her medication was messing up her head. But she insisted it was real, some kind of UFO. Said it followed her for nearly a mile. But anyhow, that CEO they got as Shield, she's about as far out of her mind as your mother was. She must have caught wind of it all. Catherine's got to be careful in her old age. Paranoid even. The important things she kept hidden. Whatever Shield stole, it wasn't nothing important. But if you want to get it back, can you help us get in? I'm going to regret telling you this, but I've been sitting on it so long and been dying to tell somebody. I don't know how S.H.I.E.L.D. managed to do it, but they fucked up. They bought out this neighborhood, and ever since they did, they put me behind the firewall. Okay. Got a computer terminal back there. Every time I boot it up, I get a view of the inside. Not like I know what the hell to do with it. Clicked around a bit, but just got myself lost. Can hardly read the screen. Computer's back there in my little library. Have a look. And whatever you do, Kay, I'm asking you to be careful. Okay. Box. Was gibt's da? Strange ornamental box. Machen wir die mal auf. You attempt to open the box, it's locked. Storage containers. Filled with paperwork and newspaper clippings. Aber worum geht's da? You sift through some of the clippings that fill the containers. Ja, was finde ich da? Most relate to the catalytic cracking unit explosion of XY10O. Descriptions of the aftermath, the destruction, the displacement, the workers who died. Your father is listed among the names. Ah, okay. Was gibt's denn hier für Bücher? You peruse the titles on the bookshelves. U.S. Army Corps Anomalous Light Report. Okay. A report on the levitating spheres of light witnessed by multiple onlookers above Camp Memory in the Bonnet-Carré spillway throughout the spring and summer of XY1S, commissioned by the United States Army Corps of Engineers. Ah, da geht's um das Licht, ja. After careful survey of the soil content in the area in the Camp Memory, our inquiry has determined anaerobic conditions conducive to the formation of confined pockets of gas that, given exposure to sufficient heat, may ignite. Okay. Those spontaneous incidents of combustion were likely mistaken of floating luminous spheres. Okay, also Gasexplosion, ja. The Pigman. Some claim that the Pigman is a type of grunge who hides beneath interstate bridges that cross Lake Pontchartrain. Legend had it that if you bring the Pigman a gift, he will return a gift to you in kind. Whatever. Okay. Was gibt es im Printer? Ah. Was gibt's da? Collection of bills, letters and photographs are pinned to the board. The photographs are of various industrial and infrastructural landscapes that you recognize from around the region. The Geismar Aluminium Refinery, the grain elevators down river, the airport control tower. Okay. Was ist im Printer? A printout containing the letterhead of a law office in Metairie sits in the tray of the printer. Mr. Richard, after carefully studying the circumstances of the buyout, we recommend that you proceed with relocation. S.H.I.E.L.D. is not legally obligated to provide you with an easement. You may find yourself trespassing on private property when leaving and returning to your home. Okay, alles klar. Verstehe. Was gibt's da? Ein Hirsch. The head of a buck is mounted to the wall. Warum haben die alle so ausgestopfte Tiere? Auch eben in der Kneipe. Creepy. A computer console with a large trackpad and magnified display. You pass your finger over the trackpad, waking the machine. S.H.I.E.L.D. security terminal is displayed on the console. Use terminal. You sit before the S.H.I.E.L.D. terminal display. So, das machen wir jetzt noch. Das ist aber, glaube ich, auch das letzte Rätsel, was ich heute mache. This is a map of S.H.I.E.L.D.'s Sentinel drone security fleet. The entrance to the refinery is in Zone A. If you want to gain access to the refinery, then it may be necessary to clear the sentinels from this zone. There are currently 3 drones patrolling Zone A. Perhaps there is a way of relocating them to other zones. Schicken wir dich mal nach E. Dich schicken wir nach B. Dich schicken wir nach F. Ah, das sind schon 3. Okay, dann schicken wir dich dahin. Origin Zone is insecured. Allocating drone from maximum capacity neighbor. Okay, it seems there's precaution in place to prevent any zone from being unsecured, but there may be a way around this. No zone can host more than 3 drones. When one zone contains no drones, then a maximum capacity neighbor will reallocate a drone to its unsecured neighbor. That means when removing the last drone from Zone A, we must be sure that none of its neighbors are at maximum capacity. Okay, alles klar. Gut. Okay, also. Welche sind denn D, E und E? Schicken wir die nach F. Okay. Schicken wir nach H. Dann schicken wir noch einen von H nach I. Okay. Nee. Okay, alles klar. Alright. Okay, jetzt muss ich mal kurz nachdenken. It seems you're only given 10 control operation before the system resets. No security area can host more than 3 drones at a time. Okay, alles klar. When a drone is sent to an area that is at maximum capacity destination, it sends one of its own drones to an unsecured neighbor. Okay, alles klar. If we are to clear the drones from Zone A, the entrance area, then we must ensure no neighbors are at maximum capacity. Okay. Verstehe. Alles klar. So. Also. Schicke ich erstmal eine von E nach F. Dann schicke ich eine von A nach E. Und eine von D nach H. D. Okay, und jetzt von D nach H. Und jetzt, hier sind 2, hier sind 2. Hier ist eine, hier sind auch 2. So. Jetzt schicke ich noch eine von H nach I. Dann schicke ich noch eine von D nach H. Dann schicke ich eine von A nach E. Und von A nach D. Und das sollte ich eigentlich haben. Yes. Zone A unsecured. The drones have been cleared from the entrance area of the refinery. I suspect this will be helpful. Cool. Das Ziel war, dass man A frei kriegt. Und die Schwierigkeit ist aber, dass sobald du A frei hast und es sind sozusagen 3 auf den Zonen nebenan, geht sie zurück. So. Okay. Wisst ihr, was ich jetzt mache? Jetzt haben wir nämlich 10 vor 11. Jetzt speichere ich. Und, ja. Slot 1. Und hier machen wir nächste Woche weiter. So, also wir haben jetzt quasi, können jetzt eigentlich in die Raffinerie gehen. Wir haben nämlich die Drohnen, die Sicherheitsdrohnen von da abgeschaltet. Und das ist dann auch, was wir als nächstes machen. Ich finde auch, es ist ein sehr gutes Spiel. Ja, macht sehr viel Spaß. Spannende Geschichte. Ja, vielen lieben Dank. Ja, freut mich, wenn es euch gefällt. So, dann sehen wir uns morgen Abend beim sehr, sehr guten Zelda-Spiel. Oracle of... Ist es Seasons oder Ages? Ages, ne? Ja, Oracle of Ages. Okay, gute Nacht. Bis dann. Ciao, ciao.